Danganronpa. What might be the final part, actually. Real quick, if you're watching on YouTube, head on over to twitch.tv/ShuckleLad for a follow. Now then, what the hell am I doing? Alright, I have a photo, and I need to determine what the hell is up with this photo. I have to go and talk to everyone, I think. What the various other photos that we all have. Or, I don't know, it might be all photos. The old Monokuma decided to call us up and give us some hot new evidence, which featured a photo of everyone in this game except me, meaning that either I'm just a loser or I took the photo. Possibly both, but either way. Currently, this calls for... I should be very unhappy if I just barged in without permission. That's why you knock, jackass. I suppose... Let's see. Presents. Places to check, that's right. Several rooms. Headmaster's room, did that. Biolab, I did that. Monokumo, the data center, yeah. Second floor dormitory. In addition, areas directly connected to Death of the Garden and the dojo. I guess I can recheck those. But at the moment, suppose I just wander around all aimless like. I wonder what I will play after this game. I'm probably not going to get right into Danganronpa 2 by any stretch. Might put a hold on that one. I am at this point killing time waiting for the new Xbox so that I can get some hot indie games for that sweet gamer score and start playing Watch Dogs Legion, which should probably be good fun. Very much looking forward to that one. Well, I mean, I might as well poke my head in all the doors I've already been to. Double check everything. Have a chat, see if anyone's hanging around. We got options. Got the garden, got the dojo, got the biolab. Suppose I could double check those dorms. No one is anywhere. Great. I love it. I love when no one is anywhere. I also love when my microphone blocks the damn map, so I can't see what the hell I'm looking at. Double check the garden. Adjust the microphone. Everything's good now. Oh, we got him again. What's up? Hiro! Makoto, what's going on with you? Every time I see you, you freak out like that. No, sorry, but I'm in a big hurry. Once again, he ran off like a terrified rabbit. Hiro, what's wrong? I still wasn't able to talk to him about the notebook I found. It's like he's avoiding me. He's afraid of me. Why? Interesting. Is this a game of hide and seek with Hiro? Because boy, let me tell you, that's not the most thrilling of games. Well, here we go. I decided to visit the biolab one more time. And the first thing I saw when I got there... Oh, okay. I thought she was dead. Was her passed out again. Huh? Toko. Looking in the morgue, were we? Toko, are you okay? She's not dead, is she? Excellent. Welcome back, best character at the moment. Ah! It's cold, super cold. It's so cold I think I might catch a cold. Keep taking knacks in places like this, I'm sure you will. Wait, I was asleep? I must have fainted again. Bet you were standing there staring at me getting all excited, weren't you? I was hopeful that, Genocide Jill would come out and play. No, I wasn't. Oh, then what? Hot and bothered, straight up horny. Okay, so why did you pass out? I don't know. Last thing I remember was me waking up just now. What do you do, Miss Morose? What'd you do, Miss Morose? Oh, that's right. Your memory stops and starts each time you switch. Bingo bazinga. We share some basic knowledge, but our memories are very much separate. And don't say it like it's a bad thing. It's a blessing as far as I'm concerned. Even she forgot something I totally remember. So it's like double the memory. Like half, yeah. I mean, we've known this. I don't know why that needs to be evidence this time. But I want to know right now is, where's my little darling? Tell me now or I'll slit your throat. I don't know. I think Byakuya is around somewhere doing his own investigating.
Yes.
By himself? I assume so. I knew it. I knew it. I'm a total pro when it comes to all things master. Anyway, I gotta hurry. Can't even imagine how lonely he must be right now. Good talk, Jill. I also forgot to ask her about the picture. I mean, there was no point asking Genocide Jill anyway. Like, it's so... why... Her name is so clearly Genocide Jill, but they keep referring to her as Genocide Jack. And in the show, I think they called her Genocide or Chow. Whatever. Besides, I have more important things to do right now. Why did Toko faint? There's gotta be some reason for it. Oh, maybe it's this corpse right here, just hanging out. Fridge, it's open. I'm sure they were all shut last time I was here. That must be why she passed out.
Right.
You were just here the whole time? She faints so easily. Kyoko!
Makoto.
It's getting late, isn't it? Are you okay?
Indeed.
I'm sorry if I made you worry. No, you don't have to apologize.
Listen.
Where's my shirt? Oh, it's riding up on me. It's weird. But listen, about this room. Oh yeah,
It would seem
it's a morgue. Yeah?
I knew it.
I suspected as much. And Toko must have looked inside the fridge and seen what was in there. And, well, there you have it. You knew she fainted.
Indeed.
I was on my way here when Genocide Jack came running past me. I assumed she must have sneezed. Once I got inside, the real reason became clear.
It would seem
I imagine she came out here to investigate, and when she opened the slot there... I mean, awfully bold of Toko, I guess. Yeah. That's when she saw a body inside and dropped like a bag of rocks. Why's everything gotta be so difficult with her? Anyway, we should close it up. Don't want to leave it hanging open like that. That would be a bit
Makoto.
distasteful, and the smell... ugh. Give me a hand with this. Kyoko approached the fridge, hands outstretched, but suddenly she stopped. What's wrong?
Listen.
Maybe we should wait a second before closing it. How come? Makuro's body's in there. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we do need to get a look at that. Makuro's corpse. Body's inside the fridge, just like every other time the Mastermind probably brought it here while we were in the class trial. Mastermind did it, because they assumed we wouldn't be doing class trial over again, I guess. You may be right. Either way, now I can finally get a good look at the body. Oh yeah, you didn't get a chance. Yeah, alright.
Makoto.
I do my own exam of the corpse as soon as possible. It's not fresh, so... I'll find a clue this time, and I'm going to grab the Mastermind by the tail. Okay, so what should I do?
So then.
Why don't you just, wait over there? I'll let you know as soon as I'm finished. Just wait over there. That's it. Desk! It's a fridge. Can't do it. I can't look inside, because I'm a coward. I should ask Kyoko about the group photo. Yeah, about that. After all, she's in it too. Just back there in the corner. Don't let me interrupt your investigation, but I wanted to ask you about something. What is it? It's about that announcement Monokuma made earlier. I mean, what about a hint? I didn't take him up on the offer. Why not?
Because
The only reason to give us a hint at this point would be to confuse us and cloud our judgment. I can solve the mystery on my own without whatever hints he may have to offer. That's a good point. I should go back and do the same thing, but what's done is done. Standing here looking at her, I don't think she's hiding anything from me. Is she right? Did the Mastermind forge that picture as a trap to confuse us? I mean, there's no harm in showing her, right? It's gotta be it. There's no other explanation. So we good, or what? It's a fridge. Nope, I'm still a big old coward. And we're doing this speech again? Why? Okay.
Because
I kind of assumed that was that. The tarps, I guess? I think I've seen tarps like this somewhere before. Same one in the garden, and if I remember that tarp, it said Biolab on it. And that's the tarp that's used to help camouflage the murder of the garden. At this point, someone got it from the Biolab and took it over there. Ah, alright. Probably needed to do that at the very least. On the left side of the refrigerator, a bunch of blue lights are on. But these ones
It
aren't.
seems.
See, the blue lights comes on when a slot is occupied. We're gonna point out that there's one light missing. When someone's in there, the blue light comes on. Looking around, the number of lights are all including Makoto's. There's 9 in all. 9 lights. Wait a minute. There should be 10. What the fuck? Okay, Makoto, I'm done. Already? That was fast.
Indeed.
Anyone can do good work if they go slow. In that spirit, I'll make my report brief. So what'd you find?
Indeed.
I paid careful attention to the wounds and the traces of blood. It seems highly likely that the stomach wound and the blow to the back of the head were inflicted after death. Really? Burnt tissue made things a little difficult, but I'm completely confident in my findings. So that means neither of those were the fatal injury. And what was the fatal injury? The explosion of the victim's body, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object as thick as a metal pipe. Body was covered with other wounds, but these are at least several days old, so those killed them. The only other option is those other wounds, but the file said they were
Is
old.
that right?
Where does it say they're old? Huh?
Because
Makumo file says they're inflicted several days ago. I guess I don't see the difference.
wrong.
Well, the difference is immense considering the impression they give.
Listen.
You seem to be equating several days old with simply old.
However,
That doesn't quite follow logically. Old wounds make it sound like they've been there forever and they're not related to the murder. Are you saying they are? We all got the Monokuma file right after she was killed. So if the wounds were at least a few days old, there's no way they could have had anything to do with
so
it.
then,
What if Makuro herself wasn't killed within the last 2 days? What?
at the very least.
Certainly you can allow it as one of many possibilities, can't you? One of many.
Right.
A detective who doesn't have supernatural powers. There's no way to predict the answer from the beginning. Instead, the ideal detective begins by imagining as many possible scenarios as they
In
can.
other words,
Then they envision the possibilities without prejudice, without bias, using only logic and common sense. Then they investigate, they test. I can't wait to play a game that doesn't have me reading a fucking novel. A new follower! What is that name? Mint Metal. Oh, fuck. I got no idea why that name was impossible for me to read. Mint Metal, thank you so much for the follow. You're a shrewd negotiator. Of course, me telling you this doesn't mean you'll be any good at detective work. But beyond using that to solve this particular mystery, you should keep it in mind for the future.
hey,
So if there's anything else you'd like to know... Oh my god. Well, come to think of it, there was one thing. Earlier when I was looking at Makuro's profile, it listed her height and weight.
So-
5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds. Vitals are measurements, right? I'm not just an idiot. But 31, 22, 32. That's weird vitals, when what I'm sure they mean is measurements. Which I think is, what, shoulders, chest, waist, and hips, I think? I don't know. Did I get that all right? You remember all that? They were indeed consistent with the corpse. So then,
Indeed.
don't forget about the Fenrir tattoo. There's no mistake. Our victim in this case, without doubt, is Makuro Ikusaba. Okay. The way Byakuya presented that, it seemed like that was going to go another direction.
and
Oh, you wanted to ask? Yeah, I think
So
so.
then.
Looks like you have no further business with Makuro's body. Let's go, it's getting chilly in here. You're gonna put the body back? Which think it's kind of sad leaving it out like this? Sad? Did you forget she was our enemy once, part of the ultimate despair. Yeah, she's still killed though, she was a victim. Have you ever heard the phrase, you reap what you sow? Well, yeah, but still. We are naive, you know that? Well, yeah, he is. It's really quite appalling. But she could have abandoned me, instead she decided to help me. For someone like that, what does it mean to be naive? You're a sentimentalist, Makoto. I think we're all done. We can go here. Back our separate investigation. Hold on. I still have one more thing to do. Something I need to talk to Kyoko about. Oh yeah, the diary. Forgot about that. Ask her about the pocketbook. If I don't do it now, slowly turn over to her. Hey, Kyoko. I did have one last thing. I know I shouldn't, but I feel like I have to ask. Have you really not seen your dad even once since you got here? What?
so...
What do you mean? Well, you know those lockers on the... This is the most awkward way of asking this. You know those lockers on the second floor? Clearly she had amnesia. Start with, I found an old diary of yours. Do you remember anything about this? And give it to her. Those lockers on the second floor of the dorms? But to get any of them, you need the handbook of whoever the lockers belong to. I managed to get them open using that emergency handbook when you found the headmaster's hidden room. Did you find anything worthwhile? Found a pocketbook, and having looked through it, I think it might be your pocketbook.
Why is that?
What makes you say that?
Because...
Like I said, only the locker's owner should be able to get into it, right? I can't imagine those lockers belong to any of us. Well, I mean, there's one full of, like, occult shit and a crystal ball. Trying to ask Hiro about it, but he's dodging me like a motherfucker. What I'm saying is there's no way I could have had access to these lockers. And if I did have a pocketbook, why would I bother putting it in a locker? Everything you just said makes perfect sense. To keep it there. But there was something written inside. It was about the headmaster, your father.
What? If that's true...
Could that mean the video is real too? What video?
Makoto.
I think everything is finally starting to fit together to a real cohesive picture. Although I am afraid that picture might be worse than anything we could have imagined. That's a bold claim. I need to investigate these lockers right now. I need to confirm what you just said with my own two eyes. Let me give you the handbook. That way won't be necessary. If I'm right about, I shouldn't have any problems opening the locker with my own handbook. After all, it would seem that it's my locker. That's true, unless, you know, the handbooks have been altered since, you know. If you watch this, it'll all make sense. A DVD. And it says class number 78 urgent interviews. Found that in the hidden room after you left. I don't have time to explain exactly what I think it means, so just watch for yourself and see. I think you'll realize exactly what it means. You'll understand why you found my pocketbook in a place none of us have ever seen before. None of this makes any sense right now, but I guess that means there's some important clue on this DVD.
Makoto.
Oh, and now it's my turn. Do you have a second to listen to me ramble? It's all I've been doing.
In other words...
So it turns out the arrangements I made didn't stick. What I mean is, I'm less and less sure of everything, even my own feelings. You're talking about your dad, right? I can never find the answer to the question I want to ask for the rest of my life. And all because of the mastermind.
However...
But there's one thing I am sure of. When it comes to the mastermind, there's no room in my heart for forgiveness. I swore to destroy the mastermind. This is just one more reason to follow through on that. Kyoko's eyes burned with the fire of determination. Determination to defeat the mastermind. It's strange to be confronted with his death and suddenly feel this way. I couldn't care less if my father had found happiness.
Why?
So why does it bother me to know that he suffered? I mean, you know, human. Don't want humans suffering. It's ridiculous. There's just no understanding it, I guess. She let out a small laugh as she said, but her smile was filled with sorrow. That's it for my rambling. There's still much to do before I can consider my task complete. Yeah, you're right.
Hey.
Keep this in mind. There's only ever one absolute truth. Whether the truth serves justice or suffering, whether it's the greatest truth or the worst. What do you mean?
Makoto.
Even if the truth you uncover is filled with hopelessness, you still can't give up hope. Absolutely not, because all I can do to keep moving forward. That's pretty much all I'm good at, you know? I mean, you're not wrong, Makoto. Wow, she agreed. Alright. I need to be going. See you at the class trial. We're not going to meet up again, apparently. She just knows that. Leaving behind the final farewell, Kyoko was gone. I get going myself. DVD. Should head to the AV room. God, I haven't been to the AV room in ages. It's interesting that no one's brought up the fact that despite 10 murders... Hold on. There was Junko, Leon, and Sayaka. After that, it was Chihiro, who was killed by Mondo. Then it was Hifumi and Taka killed by Celeste. Sakura killed herself. And then Mukuro died. So yeah, that's 10 definitely kills. Possibly more if I'm forgetting one. And there are only 9 lights on those lockers, meaning one of them ain't being used. Now, if a couple of them weren't being used, I'd accept that, because Celeste is ashes, Mondo is butter, and Leon is, well, he was beaten to death with tennis balls. He might actually be in there, but, you know. Point is, if the bodies being destroyed were, you know, not in there, that's fair. I accept that. As opposed to everyone, as far as everyone else, it seems a touch bit silly. Ah, that funk ska. This is the AV room? Yeah, okay. You should be able to play DVDs just fine. Well, then I'd better take a look. I took the DVD Kyoko gave me and put it in the player. It said it was playing, but nothing appeared on screen. Fucking fascinating. I stared into the black of the monitor. It must have been a few seconds, but felt like an eternity. And then all of a sudden, you couldn't wait for it to load? An image appeared. That is, yeah, how those work. Sayaka! Jesus. What up, girl? Took me by total surprise. I hadn't seen Sayaka in who knows how long, and there she was.
Then, are you ready to begin?
Voice I heard was a man positioned it on one side of the screen. It was the voice of a middle-aged man.
I do apologize, but I hope you don't mind if I record our conversation.
On video, not with, like, you know, a tape or
I'm a
anything.
little slow, you know. I never really got the hang of taking notes while having a conversation.
Sounded like he was trying to make a joke, but Sayaka's tense face didn't move a single millimeter.
This video is meant to serve as a kind of contract substitute. It's not that I don't trust you guys. It's more like insurance. So please don't worry too much.
This is suspicious as hell.
Now then, let me get straight to the point. There is a chance that you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
You want me to accept that? Yeah, that is literally what he just said. Sayaka was obviously at a total loss. It made total sense. Why would anyone agree to spend the rest of their life in this school? It sucks. She accepted. What?
Thank you. And I'm sorry about all this. Well, I can promise you that I will do everything in my power to keep you safe. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, I give you my word.
As if on cue, that's where the video cut out. Interesting. There was a lot I hadn't understood up till now, but only this, as if we couldn't comprehend what I heard. Because knew how much Sayaka wanted to get out of here, and how much she wanted to escape and pursue her dreams with her friends again. She wanted that so bad she tried to frame me for murder. So what if whatever this calamity isn't that bullshit school? It's something that's keeping us in here, but then for some reason we have amnesia, and this Monokuma thing is like broadcasting us to the world just to fuck with people, really. So why? Why would she say yes to living here for the rest of her life? Sat there thinking about it, I noticed a sudden light. On the monitor, the video I thought was finished flashed back on screen. And if I was confused before, I saw X push me right over the edge. Look at his stupid face. He's trying to be intense. Makoto, yeah, fucking scrub. Don't even bother. What I saw was me. Impossibly, undeniably me.
Before we begin, I should let you know that I'll be recording our conversation.
Yes.
Me and the headmaster were looking at each other, and he and I were having what seemed to be like a fairly normal conversation. But then, I, in the here and now, had absolutely no memory of it. I had no memory of ever meeting the headmaster, much less sitting down to talk with him like this.
Shall we get straight to the point? Makoto, there's a chance you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
Yes.
Alright, this can't be real. I said yes?
Sorry I'm putting you through all this.
Well, I mean, we don't have much of a choice, do we?
But I promise that as long as you're in this school, I will do everything I can to protect you.
So I think I'm right on the money about, like, maybe a war happened or an apocalypse or something, but I don't get where the amnesia and the psychotic murder bear come into play.
As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, that's the very least I can do for you.
Normally, psychotic murder bears are incredibly self-explained. You ever play Naughty Bear? Makes perfect sense. Couldn't say that with a straight face. Once again, the video cut out. From there, the video repeated, same scene again with the others. You could have used a different art, alright? That's just them at their podiums. Whatever. Byakuya agreed. There's, yep, Toko agreeing. Hina. Everyone. Fuck Hero, I guess. Oh no, well. My theory is that he's still the mastermind and is just an incredibly good actor playing stupid. That all said, they agreed to live in the school forever, and then... Oh, there's, right, Kyoko. Her interview with him had been recorded just as clearly. Without doubt, she had met him. She sat down with the headmaster at Hope's Academy, her father. And when he asked his question, she answered the same as everyone else. He accepted a life within the school. Just as Kyoko's interview was wrapping up, though, the monitor suddenly went black. Huh? It wasn't the monitor or the DVD player itself it apparently turned off, which of course meant the DVD wasn't playing anymore. What the heck just happened?
Say what?
Looks like it broke, out of service. Yeah, that's convenient, isn't it? Monokuma. What? It just so happened to break just now? Now then, when doesn't matter. Failure can strike anywhere, anytime. It is what failure is, right? I mean, true, but also, yeah, failure my ass. Cut the power on purpose. Well, whatever. Even as I watched the whole thing, it'd just be more of the same. He asked the same question, they all said yes. Couldn't help myself. I let out a huge, exasperated sigh. But as I did, I remembered something.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I know a strange feeling of separation, a disconnect. Thinking back on it, that was the point my memory was gone. At the time I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to this school, and I couldn't remember why what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all that? Strange, isn't it? Hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. That's the only other theory I have. This is like a Kira Death Note thing, where she's secretly the mastermind, and she's gonna remember it all at the last moment. Convenient outcome. Something that seemed to obviously work in favor of the mastermind. So does that mean I've lost my memory too? What about the others? Have we all forgotten, or... Interview DVD has been up. Is it trial time already? Or is it bedtime?
For anything that has a start, there has to be an end.
Sounds like it's trial time.
And if the end comes, then that means it's time for a fresh start. There is no night that doesn't have a dawn.
I mean... That's not true if the world ends at night.
Although that dawn is totally pitch black.
It's not dawn then, Monokuma.
There is no storm
Hate to-
that will eventually end.
Hate to split hairs, but your definition of dawn is flawed.
Then that leads to drought. But as I said, every end is the promise of a new beginning. Which is why I'm sure we'll get to meet again. Because the end is only the beginning.
The fuck are you on about?
Anyway, let's get started.
Sure.
The beginning
Oh
the
my
end
God.
of the class trial. Everyone gather once again at you know where.
Alright, let's do this, you psycho. It's about to begin. The class trial is going to start. The final class trial. The last time all of our lives will be on the line. Last time, well, you don't know that. Hope and despair are on the line. I don't have a choice. I have to do this. Okay then, this is the end. Alright, seems like this is going to be the final part. What does that put me at? 8 or 9, I think, for YouTube. I guess I'm the first one this time. You're early, Makoto. Alright, shut my mouth. Does that mean you feel prepared? For now, at least. Where's everyone else? Why aren't they here yet?
However...
Don't worry, I'm sure they'll be here soon. And just like she said, Bakia. Or Byakuya. Byakuya? Alright, no need to be that standoffish to me. They arrived one after another. They were all in the same state of shock. Hina? Hiro? Anyone seen Toko or Jill? One of them, please? Preferably Jill. It was a deafening silence of fear and suspicion. The first class trial. Oh, there she is. Yes!
So I appear.
I mean, she's not wrong. We got the fun one. Strong, silent master, so wonderful, so cool and hot. My loins are ablaze. No one take these videos out of context of me saying this. Now listen, everyone. Now listen, everything will be just fine if you leave it to me. My scissor sharp scissors in hand, I'll stab and gouge and shiv the master of evil. I thought you couldn't kill anyone but adorable little boys. If that's what master wants. It can be boy, girl, or anything in between. I can handle it. Very inclusive. Where am I? Shit. Alright. The useless one. No human language can describe the disappointment I'm feeling right now. I agree. I agree. Is everyone here? Oh, and wearing our gloomy Gus faces, I see. Let's begin. Final class trial is going to be slathered in pitch black despair. Climaximum sorrow.
That's fine.
You're right, this is the final class trial, and this time it'll be fair. What do you mean this time? Stop with the slander. I'm a bear in good standing, you know? If there were a Mr. Fair Guy universe in contest, I'd take home the tiara every time. I'm gonna win this super fair game square. You know what I mean. kind of racist. I'm sure, and I'll make sure everyone watching at home knows that despair is mightier than to hope. Oh my god. Enough of our tedious drivel. Begin the trial already. Puns. I cannot wait for Monokuma to be dead. I've seen in shots of the future games there's like a pink fairy Monokuma. I hope less puns are made from that one. I'll be waiting for you down below. So try and run away. Laughing as loud as ever, Monokuma disappeared. Whatever.
In the name of my family.
This will be over in no time. With an inexplicable confidence, Byakuya was first into the elevator. One by one, the others followed. Nobody made eye contact, nobody said a word, they just disappeared into the elevator. They're all acting odd, like they're paranoid and suspicious of each other. But you know why that is, don't you? Yeah, I think so. You can tell us all about it soon. Or we could share, you know, why does it always have to... whatever, it's the end. I'm not gonna bother. At the class trial. Yeah, I'm ready. Ready to win. Of course! I have to do everything in this damn game. Glad to hear you say that. Kyoko was aboard the elevator. Alright. Step after step that gaping maw. I'd resolved that this would be the last time. I repeated to myself there was no fear, no mystery left. I pushed the anxiety down, calmed my trembling body, and finally on steady legs. I passed the threshold and stood in the elevator. Without warning, it began to descend. That's sort of what it always does. Deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper still. Okay, we've been here like 5 times before, alright? Closed my eyes and sight fell away, and sound too disappeared. Well, that's not good. Alone in the universe, I waited for the elevator doors to open for the last time. What could have been seconds or centuries later, felt the gentle vibration of the elevator come to an end. I slowly opened my eyes. Is the final trial sight? What do you think? It was just a perfect background for... Isn't it just the perfect background for deciding a person's fate? It's a long-awaited last stage, the always exciting final boss battle. And I'm gonna sit in on this one. I'll just sit right there in the vacant 16th seat. Well then, let's begin. Oh yeah, let's save. Absolutely. All right. In we go. Trial. All rise.
Since this will be the final class trial, I've come up with a special rule. So listen up.
I assume it's gonna be some cheaty bullshit.
If you can figure out Mukuro's killer and go on to solve the mystery of this school...
He's fucking standing on him. He can't just be on a chair. He's gotta be on the fucking, like... what do you call him? Vaulting horse or whatever.
You guys win! But if you can't...
It's so stupid.
Then I win! And of course, waiting for the loser is the super exciting, super heart-pounding punishment!
So, you'll be punished if we
Are
win?
you saying that if you lose, you'll execute yourself?
Because I'd be down for that.
Yep, sure will.
Alright, cool. I hope it's grimly ironic like all the others.
And that's final? No loopholes? No wiggling out of it later?
Of course not. Bears never go back on their word.
He's not wrong.
Never mind all that. I just have one question for you.
If it's about ghosts, I'm going to kill you.
Oh,
In front of
you're taking
everyone.
this serious,
Send me to the
huh?
torture chamber,
Are
for
you
God's
feeling
sakes.
Okay?
Is the mastermind only one person?
It's a rather poignant question from you, hero. Alright. You know what? You've earned a ghost question. You can bring it up one time and I won't kill you.
Don't bother. I already know the answer. You're all the mastermind, aren't you? You're all out to get me!
Boy, you are losing all that ground you just gained with that rather poignant question. Huh. I suppose I'll let it go. It's not about ghosts.
I knew it!
God damn, this again? This is the second trial in a row we've had to start not... whatever. So what you got for us? What's your
guys have
bulletproof
all been
argument?
working together, haven't you?
Yeah, sure we have.
I have evidence, so I know I'm right.
What is it? Elaborate.
You stole my line.
You're all out to get me. I'm sure of it. I have evidence of my own.
Curious.
What a coincidence. I too have evidence to present.
I don't know why I'm debating this. Sounds like I should hear them out.
Together.
What? Wait, hold on. This doesn't make any sense. How can the three of us each have that kind of evidence?
Okay, so literally the only statement is the three of us. So I'm guessing this evidence is the class photo. Ahem. Seems like that might be the logical. I love the chipmunk mode. I forget about it every time. I'm gonna miss you, chipmunk mode.
How can the three of us each have that?
Yeah, alright. Well, that was easy. I hope the rest of this is that easy.
It's not just you three. I have evidence too.
What? You too?
The evidence you're all referring to is this group photo, right?
And then we show the old group photo without me. Oh, right, my third theory. I'm secretly Junko, because the face is covered up there. So, clearly, and I'm not in the photo, so clearly I'm Junko.
Huh? Wait, but mine's different.
Oh, shit.
With the picture you have, I'm in it.
Yeah, it's right over there.
But that can't be right. Because in my picture,
Fucking Sakura,
I'm
Jesus.
the only one not in it.
Oh, wow, yeah. Huh. Goddamn Celeste just hanging out in the corner there looking like a creeper. Yeah, there's Mukuro, Mondo, even fucking Hiro and Kyoko. Sakura's gonna kill Makoto there. Just gonna run him over. Huh. Alright. Figured as much, in which
Hiro,
case...
You have a picture too, right?
we all gonna have photos?
Be careful with it. It's pretty important evidence.
Is it? Seeming less and less important. Yeah, there we all are. Fuck, Toko, you're so creepy with that tongue. Chowing down some donuts. Sakura's real fond of the whole hands on here, what's his name? Hifumi's head there. But yeah, no, we're all in it except, Hiro.
So the secret in these
Celeste
pictures
every
has
time
been
in that
revealed.
outfit.
Secret or whatever, I don't care. You guys are all in on this together. That's why I'm the only one missing.
Well, I'm curious as
But you're in my
Byakuya's
picture.
photo.
You're the ones trying to trick me.
So the whole purpose behind these photos was to get us questioning and fighting with each other. The mastermind laid a trap to make us each think everyone else was working against us.
Guess we aren't gonna see Byakuya's.
I laid a trap? A trap? How rude! What grounds do you have for such audacious accusations?
We're literally we're not here for the last 30... What? Proof... It's what we've just been talking about! What do you mean? Each photo has a certain something in common. There's a connection regarding what person is that person is the one who got the Toko. No, Toko's in the photo. Well, I mean, she's probably not in her photo. I'd like to see Toko and Byakuya's photos.
The
And
only one not in the
Kyoko's
picture
as well,
is the
so...
person who received it. So,
Yeah.
in the picture I got, I'm the only one missing.
Unless, again, I'm Junko. Alright, damn, that doesn't work. I'm in this one and so is
She's the
Junko.
only
Alright,
one missing.
so that theory's thrown out. Unless Hina's Junko in... Well, no, she's... I mean, we can't see her face there.
And in the
Can't see her...
picture Hiro got,
Boy, we really
she's
just...
the only one missing.
No one wants to show fucking Junko's face, huh?
As long as we're talking about it, I suppose I should show you my photo as well.
Here we are. Gee, what is... Ah, Sakura.
In other words,
I didn't get a good look at that when I was busy looking at Sakura uppercutting a fish out of the water and knocking Ifumi away. I have no idea where Byakuya isn't or the state of Junko in that
When we
one.
each saw our picture, we just assumed everyone else was the enemy?
I that's a weird thing to assume. I assumed I took the photo in mine, to be fully honest.
Figured it out, huh?
Yeah, I thought that must be it. But how was that a hint?
Yeah, there might be more to this than just Monokuma trying to confuse us. There's something else that bothers me about everyone's picture. What is it? What's digging at me?
Can I see everyone's group photo one more time?
Yeah, I want to get a look at that pool
It's
one.
not directly connected to what we're talking about, but I'd like to double check something.
Very specifically the pool.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah, I don't mind.
I'm sure there's something unusual about these group photos. What is it? I need to compare each of them one more time. Okay, so... Yeah, there's no Byakuya to be seen. Hina, the person who loves swimming, is a lifeguard for some reason. Why she isn't in the pool is beyond me. Goddamn Celeste. Is it gonna be Celeste in her uniform every time? Is that... Or Kyoko always having the gloves? But Juko's face is covered again in this photo. Alright, there's way too many people in that swim lane, by the way. Yeah, every time. And there's Kyoko with her gloves and Celeste in uniform. Hina's picture. She's got the gloves on there, but that's at least the uniform. Celeste is in the uniform again. I might be fixating on the wrong thing, but the fact that Celeste is always wearing that, where everyone else is, like, changing outfits or in their proper uniform, does draw my attention, but Juko's face is also a dead giveaway. I can't really see Kyoko's hands in that one. Something else strange about all of them. Something I can't quite pin down. Something... Group photo has been updated in the Truth Bullet section. Is it going to be like some big reveal that Celeste was in on this? Although I don't know what that would have to do with her being just in the uniform every time. Maybe the idea is that she was like added to the photos.
Ugh. Trying to trick me with such an obviously fake photo. I'm still pissed
Nathan!
about that.
This is a surprisingly long game. This is also the last part, but yes,
And on top of that, they went
I
to all
believe
that trouble to
they've
make
made it clear,
possible
Nathan, that this is the last trial. I don't know if you were there for that, but...
So you think they're fake? No. I assure you, they're quite real.
What are you talking about? There's no way.
Yeah! I don't remember ever taking a picture like that, so it's gotta be a fake. I'm sure of it.
But you know, can we really be so sure?
Huh?
Don't get me wrong, I don't remember taking this picture either. But is that really enough to be absolutely positive they're fake?
There is this amnesia subplot that is going on right now. The reason I don't remember the picture isn't necessarily because it's fake. It might be some other reason, some terrible reason. An unbelievable but entirely horrifying reason. Really building up the word amnesia, aren't we? Because I don't remember the interview either, and Kyoko had amnesia, so there's... Yeah, it's just amnesia. Alright. Sick reference to, what's the new one? There was, Rebirth, isn't it? I before E. Okay, nope, E before I. Fucking... nonsense. Amnesia. Really? S at this point? Yeah, I don't actually know how amnesia is spelled. I know it's IA at this point. Come on. Give me the damn... Thank you. Ugh, outrageous. Santiago, hello again. They always seem to crop up in the chat and say hi.
Let's say that somehow we'd all lost our memories. That could explain it, couldn't it?
Oh, I get it. So we all just lost our memories at the same time and forgot about the photo. Makes sense.
If it were anyone else, I would yell at him for sarcasm. But it's him, so he actually believes that.
Zip,
Oh, okay.
you expect me to believe such an unbelievable occult-type story?
Does seem far-fetched.
We all lost our memories? That's just crazy.
It's only natural they wouldn't believe it, but no matter how much they refuse, if that's the absolute truth, they have no choice. We can't move forward until they accept it. Make your argument. Oh god, there's a lot of options here. Let's hear their statement first. The interview DVD is probably it,
You're
right?
saying we all got spontaneous amnesia? Since when did this turn into some kind of sci-fi fantasy?
I promise you, I haven't lost my memory. Ever since I got to this school, I remember everything that's happened.
Oh, do you? What about this interview DVD?
Idea that we all lost our
You're on it, Hina.
It's totally stupid. Obviously.
Wow, that's the only thing. Alright. Yo, again, can they all be this easy? That was the only thing.
You're saying we all got spontaneous. Since when did this turn into...
I promise
Chipmunk
you, ever
mode.
since
I love it.
I remember everything that's happened.
Haha!
No, that's wrong. Those photos aren't
Do
the
you?
only things that point to the
Do you
possibility
really
of
remember
memory
everything?
loss.
Hina.
This DVD does the same thing.
Do we have a DVD player? Because you're just gonna have to take my word for what's on it if we don't.
You're not gonna show us something indecent, are you?
Yes. Yes, I am.
No, it's nothing like that.
I brought porn to a trial. Fucking what the hell, Toko?
It's a video of all of us being interviewed by the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster.
When you say all of us, you mean
All of us, yes.
Me,
Those
all of
words.
us, including you.
I mean what I said.
lie? I never did any kind of interview.
No, it's not a lie. Just watch the DVD and you'll see for yourself. The headmaster did, in fact, interview you.
I mean, yeah, it's right there, but is there any way to see that here?
What are you saying?
I didn't imagine you would remember.
It's not about whether or not I remember. You expect me to believe all this? That I lost my memory somehow?
Well, we don't have any way to refute it, so we have no choice but to accept it.
Shockingly, Byakuya is on my side on that one.
Say that! We're talking about living, breathing amnesia here!
It happens.
To be honest, I have something else on my mind right now.
Fair enough.
Something else?
You said the DVD contains recordings of us being interviewed by the headmaster, right?
Yeah.
What were the interviews about?
The headmaster sat each of us down, one at a time, and asked us the same question. He asked us if we could accept the idea of spending the rest of our lives in this school.
I mean, so far you have. All the dead people certainly did.
What kind of question is that?
And how did we answer?
We'd say no, obviously.
Actually, we all said we could. Even me.
Again, a different model would have been great.
I heard myself say yes. I could spend the rest of my life at this school.
Why?
That's just like a default pose
to
for him.
Something like that.
I don't know. I don't remember a thing.
The same goes for everyone else. Nobody remembers. You don't remember choosing to live here forever, or even talking to the headmaster about it at all.
It doesn't matter if I remember or not. Even if I bought the whole amnesia thing, the idea that I would want to live here forever?
Night Stalker, they were drugged. It's drugged, then they agreed so they don't remember it? That's possible.
That's just insane! How can I believe that?
Insane or not, we can't move forward until you accept it. Am I right?
You sure are, 'cause it's all true.
Thanks for being open about that one.
I know it sounds absurd, but if it's the truth, there's nothing we can do about it.
Say what you want about Monokuma, he doesn't lie that much. He did on the whole last trial thing, but
Indeed. We only have one path in front of us.
other than that, he has been kind of honest, or at least dodges the question to avoid lying to us.
Really?
Yep, you all totally lost your memory at the same time.
This is all making my head hurt.
And this isn't like some normal kind of memory loss. You stole those specific memories from us, didn't you?
Oopsie, you figured that part out too.
Obviously, it was induced in some way.
Of course. There's no way we would all just happen to get amnesia at the same time.
How could someone just steal our memories?
Yeah, about that. Can we talk to Jill about this? Not just because she's way more interesting and fun than you are. I kind of want to know if they bothered wiping her memories.
How? Come, that hardly matters right now. If I said it was hypnotism, would you believe me? Or we opened up your skulls and messed with your brains? Would you really believe anything I said?
Probably,
How it happened
honestly.
doesn't matter right now.
What matters is figuring out what memories you took from us. That's what you're trying to say, right?
Clearly you took away the headmaster memories, and also all the times we spent with each other.
I knew I could count on you.
The interview with the headmaster, taking that group photo, those can't be the only memories we lost. There must have been a purpose to it all. A reason for taking away our memories.
Yeah?
Of course there was a purpose. It all has to do with the original motive.
Which is what?
You mean the motive you came up with? To try and get us to all kill each other?
that has something to do with the memories you stole from us?
It sure does. But that part's still a secret.
Great.
Anyway, I'm sure it's not. But let's all focus on the class trial for the murder of.
And we have to solve all the mysteries of this school, huh? Great.
Okay, so you want us to figure out who killed her before we do anything else.
So until we do that, we'll either way, we have to explain every last remaining mystery. So, the one who killed Mukuro, the true mastermind, that's what we need to expose. Alright. Here we go. Arguments. Oh god, it's gonna be a lot of that. Okay, that's not so bad. The profile, the room present, the control room, the handbook,
So who did it? Who killed her?
photo,
Whoever did it is the
and
same one who's behind everything. That much I'm sure of.
okay.
When you think about it, is the mastermind really here in the school?
Yeah.
Of course.
Well, sort
They
of.
have to be here somewhere.
What
Do I
makes you so sure?
hit him with the remains, I guess?
What does make me so sure?
The hidden room present, my bad.
Exactly. You're just making stuff up. There's no way the mastermind is here. The mastermind is probably a million miles away.
I mean, I could use that one too.
Those masterminds always lurk off in the background, right?
Oh, the mastermind. No, we need
So
the
who
headmaster,
did it?
not the
Who
mastermind.
killed her?
Killed
Whoever
her.
did it is the same one who's behind that much I'm sure.
When you think, is the mastermind really here?
Of course. They have to be here somewhere.
You're
What
somewhere.
makes you so
Huh.
sure?
Photo, headmaster handbook,
Does
control room. Oh, the control room, yeah. You were with me, Hina.
You're just making stuff up. There's no way the mastermind is here. The mastermind is probably
Shit.
a million miles away.
Hina was with me when we found the control room. Why doesn't she remember that? Oh, why am I so sure? Well, I mean, you saw me go into the
There's
room
no
and hung out
question
with
that
me.
The mastermind is somewhere within the school.
How do you know? Did you find some evidence or something?
Yes, exactly.
In the back of the data center, I found a panel that controls Monokuma.
Want me to say who killed Mukuro, or should I keep quiet? Well, fucking, if I need help, reminds me of the 999 games for the DS. I played those on PSP, actually. Don't say who killed Mukuro, like, let me figure it out. But, you know, if I get stuck and need help, feel free to leap in.
The mastermind must have been using that to control him all this time.
But yes, this is very similar to the 999
So
games.
there can't be any doubt. The mastermind has been inside the school all along.
There can't be any doubt. In which case, there also can be no doubt that the mastermind is one of us.
What? Why?
Recall what Makoto told us Monokuma said to him earlier.
Sure, I told you this already, but the killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
So if the mastermind is in the school, we have to assume it can only be that 16th student.
How'd they manage to survive all of this?
So we're the only ones here? It's not me. I'm not the mastermind.
You'd like us to believe that.
I blame Makoto.
Why? Do you really think I'm capable of that? Look at me.
What? Why me?
Makoto's as threatening as a teddy bear and about as intelligent as one.
Cuz! It's super weird how you're the only one who survived being executed.
Alright, that actually is a somewhat legitimate point.
Oh, I get it. The only way he could have survived is if he was actually the mastermind himself, right?
Aw, nuts! You got me!
Quiet, you.
Wait, what are you trying to say?
Everyone, calm down. There's no reason to panic.
Fucking
The
Monokuma.
mastermind
Oh,
true identity
darn.
will become
Ya
clear
got
soon
me.
enough. Just as soon as we find out who killed Mukuro.
That's a good point. Rather than wasting time bickering, we should put our minds to work solving this mystery.
Alright.
Yeah, well, how much time have we already spent talking about the murder?
He's right. What more is there to talk about? If you want something to talk about, I think there might be one thing. We haven't fully established what Mukuro's fatal injury was.
It's true.
Huh? But I thought we figured that out. She died when she got hit in the back of the head.
No, that isn't actually what killed her. It was something entirely different. Wouldn't you agree, Makoto?
I really only have your word to go on that, but yeah, sure. Pulls my ass out of the fire. The other wounds.
All of the wounds covering her body. That's what really killed her.
Hey, now hold on a second. You did read the Monokuma file, right?
Body was covered with other wounds. These were at least
It
several
made
days
it
old.
Pretty clear. Those wounds were made at least a few days ago. So they can't possibly be what killed her.
Consider this. What if the murder itself took place at least a few days ago?
What?
What if, when we discovered her body, she'd already been dead for several days?
But then who was in my room with the knife?
If that's true, then naturally the wounds that killed her would appear to be however many days old.
That doesn't make any sense. Because she had all those wounds before she ever came here.
Huh? How do you know that?
Isn't it obvious? She was the ultimate soldier, right? So that means, you know.
You're wrong.
She denied me. Before I could even say anything.
Oh, Toko.
Come on. I mean, you think I'm
Please change.
not weird, okay? At least listen to what I have to say before you deny me.
Can you just sneeze? So, if you're so sure, we're going to deny you. Why bother saying it in the first place? Anyway, even though it really seems like whatever, stop. Profile, maybe the profile. What's it say in the profile? Let me review that one real quick. Oh, there it is. According to the headmaster, did not have a single scar wound. Well, fuck, alright. That was easy. Ultimate Soldier.
She must have been in 100 different battles. So, when you think about it, obviously, she got all those wounds in battle.
No, that's wrong.
That was super easy.
No, Mukuro didn't suffer those wounds in battle. The file we found in the headmaster's room said as much. Despite the time she spent in battle after battle as a member of Fenrir, when she entered this school, she hadn't sustained a single injury.
To be denied so completely. Actually, it's kind of refreshing.
Oh, good?
Maybe it's because of all of Master's training.
Right.
Anyway, so we
Moving
can
on.
be sure that Mukuro suffered all those wounds after coming to this school, in which case, they could be the very thing that killed her.
As a matter of fact, it's hard to imagine any other possibility. When examining her body, I found that her stomach and head wounds came after she was already dead.
Unless anyone has any better suggestions, I think we can say this with confidence. The wounds Mukuro sustained all over her body are what ultimately killed her.
Okay, that's fair, but still doesn't explain who is in, like, the luchador mask over my bed. Were the tits necessary? Mukuro's fatal injury has been added to the truth bullet section of the handbook.
But if that's what killed her, then does that mean she's really been dead for who knows how long?
That's exactly what it means. When we found her body in the garden, she'd already been dead for several days.
So then, what about the little matter of what happened last night?
Yeah, that's
Makoto,
that's
you
questionable.
said you were attacked in your room by a masked assailant.
We're gonna see that photo any more
If
times in
Mukuro
this
had already
playthrough.
been dead for several days, certainly it couldn't have been her.
It's true.
So who was it that attacked you?
The identity of the one who attacked me. I can't think of anyone else. Headmaster's dead. Mukuro is dead. So it must be the mastermind.
The one who attacked me was the true mastermind. When we discovered Mukuro in the garden wearing the same mask, I naturally assumed she must have been the one who attacked me, but I was wrong. It wasn't her at all. It was the mastermind.
What are you laughing
Does that mean you're the one who jumped me in the room full of
Oh,
secret
don't mind
papers?
me. I'm just getting a little impatient sitting here listening. I think I'm gonna jump in. Let's start off with a nice, easy question. Your assumption that I attacked Makoto is just that, right? An assumption.
At the moment?
You can't really know who was under that mask, can you? I mean, that's the whole point of a mask.
Well, it also means we can't prove it was the person who you exploded.
The true identity of the masked attacker is Mukuro Ikusaba. At least, that's what I think.
Okay.
Do you have any evidence that might convince me otherwise?
Beyond the fact that she was dead for days? No, there's no way Mukuro is the one that attacked me, even if I didn't see their face. If you compare what we know about Mukuro... Oh, the tattoo! I get it. That's why they're holding the knife at such a stupid angle. If they're holding it like this, you know, the way someone would actually hold a knife, you wouldn't see the... now it all makes sense. Awful polite of him to do that. Just flash the tattoo real quick. Should be obvious. Fatal injury, file, profile. Okay, so is it the file or the profile that mentions the tattoo? Because that's important. Stamina also struck. Body in several days. Identity is unknown. Okay, so it's not you. Profile then? Confirm the corpse matches. Addition. Physical features. Would be the Fenrir report then, wouldn't it? But I don't have that.
So you can't have any idea who was under that mask. I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba.
That'll be what I shoot, no
You're wrong.
doubt.
Even without seeing their face, there's another part of the attacker we can use to prove it wasn't her.
Oh?
Indeed.
And what is this other part? Is it the right hand?
Oh, shit. Yes.
Or the left
Shit,
hand?
no! Give me the right hand.
Maybe the right foot?
I believe it's the right
Or
hand.
perhaps the
She was lying on her stomach, or like lying on her back, and we saw it on this
the
hand.
hips.
The hips? The hips for days?
You never saw their face, right? So you can't have any I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro. No, that's wrong.
Mukuro had a tattoo on her right hand, if I remember correctly. A representation of Fenrir. In other words, a wolf tattoo. But I saw the right hand of the person who attacked me. And there was no such tattoo.
You fool!
So there's no way the person behind the mask was Mukuro.
Yeah, well, okay. You got me. I guess it wasn't her.
Well, that'll teach you.
But that still doesn't prove that it was me. It could have been, you know, someone else, right?
Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I all have solid
Ooh,
alibis for
shit.
that entire night.
Good point.
Yeah! We were in the gym tearing you apart, so it couldn't have been any of us.
Oh, okay, sure. It couldn't have been any of you, but what about Kyoko? It totally could have been her. Uh-oh, no snappy comeback. Did I score a bullseye?
If you insist, I don't mind showing you.
Oh, damn.
Huh?
Right, she's got the marks on her
What do you
hand.
think? I'll show you the one thing that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it wasn't me.
Before anyone could say anything, she took a glove off. I don't really see how that's a super big deal. Kyoko was removing her
Your
gloves.
hands!
Without thinking, I let out a gasp. It was more just a little burned
Awful,
skin.
isn't it? It happened when I was first learning to be a detective. I was inexperienced.
So, you gave a hand job to a fire tiefling? What the hell?
I thought you didn't want anyone to see those scars.
If it means we get another step closer to unmasking the mastermind, it doesn't really bother me.
How'd you get it all over your hand, though? Did you dunk it in lava? Kyoko seemed to savor the words as she said them. She put the gloves back on. Because that looks real burned, and it would have to
My
apply to the
scars
back of the
should suffice as
hand
proof.
in order to, like, really, yes, suffice as proof.
Makoto, did the person who attacked you have scars like mine?
Be a real dick if I was like, yeah, they did.
No, not at all. I'm positive.
Then this much has been made clear. There can be no doubt that the one who attacked Makoto is the true mastermind.
If they're only in this school, then yeah, that's really it.
This is just awful. On top of my secret being revealed, I had to look at those positively grotesque scars of yours.
Alright, no need to be an ass about it.
Sorry, did I say that out loud? I do hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
Not at all. You can say whatever you want.
Ha! Suck it,
Sure,
bear.
as long as it means pushing me farther into the corner, right? But I'm not cornered just yet. Because if you haven't noticed, the circumstances surrounding Mukuro's death are totally unknown.
That's true. All we know right now is she was killed a good while before this morning.
On the
Yeah.
contrary, we don't know anything other than that.
You're not going to tell us she was already dead before we arrived here or something, are you?
That would be...
In that regard, you have nothing to worry about.
Okay. Hey, Makuro... Oh, forgot that copy pasta. Welcome back, numbers. 079278, I think. It's hard to read the blue on black in my my personal chat over here.
I promise you, without a doubt, she died after our little killing game began here.
To be fair, they haven't said that in a while.
Somehow, she was killed in secret.
They keep
without
showing that
anyone
one
knowing.
image of the mastermind holding the knife like a lunatic so that he really shows off the back of his hand.
And after she died, who knows how much time went by before we found her, right?
What is the point of a 16th student that just dies
Stashed her
immediately?
somewhere? She couldn't have been in the garden the whole time, could she?
No, we were in the garden at one point.
She would have been totally decomposed. Just like your brain.
That's true.
Then she was being stored somewhere?
But to hide a
We
body,
have a morgue, guys.
just store it somewhere?
Toko, you've been there. I assume the rest of you checked it out. I can't think of anywhere else the body could have been stored. The kitchen, of course. You put it in the fridge.
Mukuro's body
Keeps it
was
nice and
probably
fresh. The
kept
meat
hidden
drawer.
In the biolab.
Biolab? You mean on the 5th floor?
The very same.
That's right. It's actually set up for use as a morgue, so it's the perfect place to hide a body. And it'd keep the body preserved at the same time.
Little fucked up that a high school has a morgue in it, but you know. Let's just move past
Then
that.
you're also saying the body was moved from the biolab to the
Right
garden.
next to the milk. Yeah. You know, I wouldn't drink that milk or anything, but, you know, compliments it nicely.
And I have no doubt that that's exactly what happened. In
I have proof. Proof that the body was carried from the biolab to the garden. The tarp, right?
I got it!
Nice.
What makes me so sure the body was carried from the biolab to the garden is the tarp that we found in the garden.
Literally labeled biolab.
When I was checking it over again,
You'd
I
think the
noticed
garden
that
would
some
have a
text
tarp
had been
that says
stamped
garden
one
on it.
corner of the tarp.
It being a garden, and tarps are fairly commonplace.
It says biolab.
Holy cow! How'd you notice that tiny little thing?
Makoto's nitpicky nature seems to have surfaced with perfect timing.
You're alive because of my nitpicky
This
nature.
proves that the tarp
The
originally
mouth.
came from the
Little-
biolab.
Little sting of disappointment there. I like it.
In fact, there's a whole stack of tarps just like it in there.
So when the killer moved the body to the garden, they must have grabbed a tarp to wrap it in. Then they simply left it as it was to protect against the sprinklers, and put the coat on it afterwards.
You made everything sound so amazingly consistent.
That's just a wild guess.
I don't think it is.
Where's your evidence? Prove that the body was wrapped in a tarp and moved.
We've got a tarp, and a dry body, and a wet tarp. One that says biolab. What?
There is no evidence. I was simply explaining what I think happened.
I'm also annoyed with you saying there is no
But you
evidence.
seem
Sort
to
of
be
the
getting
whole
pretty
point.
worked up about it, wouldn't you say?
Worked up?
Now that the conversation has turned to the topic of the biolab, You must be getting pretty nervous.
Yeah, about this lab. I noticed the body's missing.
Because the key to uncovering your secret identity is hidden within that room, isn't it?
Are you talking about unmasking the mastermind?
You see,
Well, I mean, we
the
have to do
biolab
that.
contained an inconsistency. One so major it can't be overlooked.
An inconsistency in the biolab. Could you be talking about?
I can't hear you. La 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 la.
Such a child. Oh well, just ignore him.
Fair enough. Need to pull myself together and think. The inconsistency in the biolab. Flawless defense. I can't argue. He's got a point. La la la, can't hear you. Well, damn. Guess we're done.
Hey, by the way, Makoto, what about that one thing?
What?
What one thing?
What do you think? I'm talking about your family.
What about them? They haven't really come up in a while, I don't think. What? Yeah, this was forever ago.
Don't tell me you forgot about that video message.
I wonder if the sister, like, ever shows up in the other games. That'd be a neat little, reference. Just Makoto, because you only ever see her here, I'm pretty sure. So she's just, like, I don't know, in the third game or something, and people have forgotten what she looks like. Who knows? Maybe.
So what do you think? Are you sure your family's still okay?
I mean, really, all I'm looking at is a ruined couch and some broken windows.
Why are you bringing that up now?
Like, I'm lucky if a family reunion comes away looking that good, alright? So...
Your mom, your dad, your little sister. What do you think has happened to your family? Are they really as safe as you might have assumed?
Stop talking about that!
You're threatening me
Calm
now?
down, Makoto. He wants you to get upset.
Yeah, I need to calm down. I can't let him get to me. He's just saying that because he knows we're getting close to the truth of the biolab. So if I want to shut him up, I need to expose the inconsistencies and slam him with it. It's absolutely the number of bodies in that biolab. Oh, this business. Alright. What have we got?
Are you sure about this? Are you sure about this? What do you want?
What do I want? Monokuma, please.
Sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible!
Reloading! Spacebar, please. Frustrating there for a second.
I'm not listening!
Oh, biolab secret? Fuck. God damn it.
I'm not listening!
Really thought that would be it. Okay, so now what? Not the biolab secret. Group photo? Interview DVDs? Shit, I don't know. Bang. Fuck, I don't know.
What? What do you want?
How do I penetrate the flawless defense of I'm not listening to you?
Sure about this?
Oh, I'm out of hearts. Shit.
Not listening!
The light. Oh, the fucking, obviously, the lights.
This should prove it.
Goto's acting hella sus at the moment. Sorry, when he said lights, I thought he meant like in the ceiling, and I was like, what does that have to do with anything? And then I'm like, oh, the lights on the door, duh. I was looking for number of bodies, I don't know. I thought it was weird they were talking about the fucking fluorescence in the room.
What are you talking about? What about the lights?
Like I said before, the biolab also acts as a morgue. And as part of that, a giant refrigerator was installed in there.
This really is just anime Among Us, though.
That's where everyone who's died is stored.
And it was set up so that when a slot had a body in it, a blue light would turn on.
In other words, if the blue light is on,
I
that means there's a body.
Feel embarrassed about that one.
But I counted up the number of blue lights that were on, including the one Mukuro was in, and there were only 9.
Why does that matter? You gotta give me the bite-sized version here, man.
It's a number less than 10. I don't know how much more bite-sized I can make it. Not only doesn't make sense, the number of lights that should be on is 8, or 10, not 8, 10.
10 of the lights should have been on. Any other number is incredibly suspicious.
Suspicious? Why? That's simple. Just recall who's died here so far, and it should become clear.
That's right, the key to solving this mystery. Sayaka died first, followed almost immediately by Junko. Leon was third. Chihiro, rest in peace, fourth. Mondo was fifth. Ifumi and Taka, poor guys. Celeste was eighth. Sakura was 9. And victim number 10 was Mukuro.
So
10 people.
in all?
That's right. Any other number should make you immediately suspicious.
Shame Sakura couldn't make it here. She'd have loved
But
this.
according to the lights in the biolab, only 9 people were being stored there.
You're saying a dead body just up and disappeared?
That's your one ghost joke. Move on.
The mastermind destroyed one of the bodies to get rid of evidence.
But if they wanted to do that, they would have destroyed Mukuro's body, since they actually killed her. And yet, her body was left alone.
Then, whose body disappeared?
It may very well be that none of them disappear.
Oh?
Well, if that's true, then why doesn't the body count match?
Including Monokuma's executions, there have apparently been 10 deaths, but there were only 9 bodies.
Correct.
That's the point I'm trying to make.
I'm completely lost. How can the number of victims be less than the number of murders?
Well, I mean, we never saw Mukuro's face. It did blow up. So it's possible he grabbed one of the corpses and staged it like there had been another killing. The reason there are less bodies than murders. The explanation for more murders than victims. Why is that? What would it take for that to make sense? Only 9 murders took place, Mastermind destroyed a body. The same person was killed twice. I feel like 9 murders took place also kinda counts for that, but I think it's this?
I got it! What about it? The same person was killed twice.
Killed twice?
Officially, 10 murders have been committed so far. But one of the victims may have been murdered, and then murdered again.
Murdered and murdered again?
You could say this in a way that isn't, you know, sounding weird.
If that's the case, there could have been 10 killings, but still only 9 victims, right?
Technically, you're right, I guess. Still, something like that.
Could easily have happened. No, it is what happened.
Sounds like you're already convinced. Then can you tell us who was killed twice?
Oh boy.
It was Mukuro, of course.
Well, yeah, okay, but
Before she was killed as Mukuro Ikusaba, she was killed as someone else.
yeah, it's
That's why
that
the body
that's
had
the
been
part I'm
stored in
hanging
the
up on.
biolab until the moment we found it in the garden.
Now you're throwing pogs in there. Oh, there's a history of pogs on this channel, son. I got a mod and a VIP who like to hang out, and you know what? This being the end of the game, you're probably gonna see the pogs if you stick around for it. So just keep that pog in mind. But not a fan of them. They like to get used in puns against me.
No, that's crazy talk. She was killed as someone else? Come on! Besides, who could that someone else even have been?
I mean, as soon as he denies it, I know it's true.
All you have to do is look at those bodily injuries of hers, and that will become obvious.
Okay,
Nothing's gonna become obvious.
we can figure this out.
Yoko's totally delusional.
I thought we would, like, do the selection of portraits. Alright, so. Fatal injury, profile, and the file again, alright? What? Make your statements there, champ.
Who is this someone else that Mukuro was killed as? Was it Sayaka Maizono?
Okay.
Junko Enoshima? Leon Kuwata?
Are you just gonna name every character?
Hiro Fujisaki?
Yeah, it seems like he is.
Mondo Owada?
Okay.
Kiyotaka Ishimaru? Hifumi Yamada? Celestia whatever.
Ludenberg.
Or maybe
Sealed Ludenberg.
Ogami. No. There's no way anyone was murdered twice.
Huh. Died from wounds all over the body. Sakura was poisoned. Hifumi and Taka were hit in the back of the head. Celeste burned to death. Mondo was turned into butter. It's kind of hard to figure that one. Chihiro was bashed in the head. A lot of that going around. Leon was beaten to death with baseballs. I guess it could be Leon. Junko was speared, like, through the shoulders and chest. Could be Junko. The body was... Leon seems extreme. Sayaka was just stabbed. Junko's the only one that makes sense. I mean, Leon, the way he died, Leon kind of would also work. And, you know, first mastermind, gets himself off the suspicion block by killing somebody, so now he's not in the game anymore. Stages the first death. Yeah, that could work. But it was a crime of opportunity, though. I don't know how well that would work.
Who is
I'll try Junko, and if that doesn't work, I'll try Leon.
Was killed as? Was it Sayaka Maizono? Junko Enoshima?
Leon, Chihiro, Mondo, Kyoko,
Ah, the chipmunk version.
Celestia, or maybe... No, there's no way anyone was murdered twice.
Alright.
Is this someone else? That move was it? Sayaka Maizono?
Wait, what did I...
Junko Enoshima?
Did I miss it? I think I might have missed it. Oh, murdered twice, I think, is what I need to be.
Or maybe...
No. There's no way.
Yeah, there it is.
One was murdered.
Got it! Junko! Ya sly bitch. No wonder people like cosplaying you, if it is really you.
Junko. Wasn't her fatal injury pretty similar to Mukuro's?
What do you mean?
I assume people cosplayed her just because she was cute. Had like the big hair and the outfit.
Remember what happened to her? She was impaled by a bunch of spears all over her body.
And Mukuro died from a number of wounds across her body. When you compare that to the stab wounds Junko suffered...
Similarities match? Yes, and those are the only fatal injuries that match up.
Junko, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in the school. The one they call the Ultimate Despair. Watch out for her.
That explains why those two bodies are actually one and the same.
So let me see if I have this straight. Junko, or someone going by that name, was stabbed to death with multiple spears.
Correct.
Then her body was kept in the biolab for however long before being dragged out again. Only this time, it was presented as the corpse of one Mukuro Ikusaba.
It all matches up, right? Those wounds Junko suffered could easily be these same injuries.
It's really true? Mukuro and Junko are the same person? Wait, so then... What does it all mean?
Well, if the actual Mukuro had Junko killed and then just reused her body, that would make sense. But it seems like what Byakuya is implying is that that wasn't Junko who was killed.
It means that there haven't been 10 victims, but 9, which also means that among the people we thought
Reusing
were
the body.
dead,
No one decided to
one
remove the
is
mask.
still alive.
Well, they tried, and then it blew up and we couldn't see the face.
And that's the true identity of the mastermind?
As soon as we went to lift the mask, a bomb went off and the face was all burned and shit.
Who is it? Who's behind all this?
We already know the answer to that. It's Mukuro. She's still alive.
That would be the logical conclusion.
She took Junko's body and made it look like she was the one who died.
That tracks.
So Mukuro is still alive. She's gotta be.
Yeah, that all tracks.
Total silence? Then I must be right. I'm right, aren't I?
Okay, so no one checked what sex the body was. Well, I mean, they're both women. Junko and Mukuro are both women. Mukuro alive. The only one that's still alive is Mukuro. I'm sure Kyoko did it. Boy, if it comes out that Kyoko's the mastermind behind everything now, that's gonna blow this case wide open. We really believe that. Oh boy, fatal injury, Biolab's secret. It's just her job to. Yeah, Kyoko checked the body sex. It was also, we always knew they were both women.
It wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
Wait, if it wasn't Mukuro as an option.
That's right. She made it look like Junko's body was her. So the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
What do you say, Monokuma? Do you give up?
I can shoot. Mukuro's still alive? It really can't believe. Can it really be?
Found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
Let me try this.
Then she's still alive?
Removes all the guys out, leaving only the
She made it
girls.
look like Junko's body
Oh
was
yeah, I
her.
guess that's
So
true.
the mastermind's true identity is
Wasn't? Oh darn! I thought I was being sneaky there. I don't have any evidence though. Fuck! I have one heart. Shit. Okay.
found in the garden.
File.
It wasn't Mukuro.
Oh no, it was Mukuro. The
Then she's still alive?
we have the
That's right. She
her
made it
file,
look like
right?
Junko's
Or
body was her. So the
yeah, the
mastermind's
profile.
true
It's the
identity.
profile that confirms it's that, right? Yeah, Kyoko confirmed the corpse matched the characteristics. Yeah. So it was Mukuro's body.
Monokuma, do you give up?
All right, I'm gonna hear that again. Run it by again.
It wasn't. Then she's still. That's right. So the mastermind's.
What do you say,
That's delightful. Delightful. Ahem. Now then, let's get this show on the road. Badoom!
No, the body we found in the garden was Mukuro. That's one thing we can be sure of. The body's appearance and measurements are consistent with her records. Right, Kyoko?
She was 5 foot 6 inches tall and weighed 97 pounds.
You know, for a
Her
super
vitals
soldier,
were
that's
31,
real
28,
tiny.
32.
5'6" and 97 is real fucking small.
Everything in her profile is consistent with that corpse.
And then there's the matter of the Fenrir tattoo. So there's no question it's
Oh yeah, well there was that too.
But if Mukuro's not the mastermind, then who's actually still?
Someone may look like they died, but they're actually still alive. Well, I mean, if it's not Mukuro still Junko's body, surely it can only be Junko stole Mukuro's body? Was that Mukuro in the beginning who got speared? It's literally the only thing I could possibly think of. Like, Leon, I can believe, might have faked his own death and, like, reused Junko's body. But then, he didn't. It's Mukuro's body. So it's gotta be Junko, right?
Here's my answer. Junko is still alive. It's the only possibility.
Huh.
Are you sure about that?
Are you not sure about that?
Huh?
I admit, since Mukuro is undoubtedly dead, Junko does seem to be the only other explanation.
Great, we agree. Why are you asking me?
But we saw her get impaled. She died right before our very eyes.
Yeah, that is an issue.
If Junko were still alive, the death we saw would had to have been some kind of charade.
A charade?
But you yourself confirmed she was dead, did you not?
Now that you mention it, what an unfortunate, way to go out. I gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. Touched her wrist, checked for a pulse like they do in movies and stuff, but she really is dead. Wasn't anything else to say, she was gone. I did check, absolutely, and I can say for sure.
There's no question. Junko was dead.
So, the idea that she's still alive.
It must be wrong.
Then you're withdrawing your previous statement?
I know you gave it your best shot, but too bad. I guess your conclusion was a dud. Too bad.
This case hasn't been decided just yet.
Oh?
You haven't given up already, have you, Makoto?
Huh?
No, of course not. There's no way I'd give up that easy.
Okay.
That's all well and good, but how do you intend to solve the problem standing in your way?
Brute force and, if really need be, IGN walkthroughs.
Junko absolutely died. Mukuro absolutely died.
Then both of them are dead, right? There can't be any kind of survivor story.
I think we need to look at this from the opposite direction.
Huh? The opposite direction?
Let's assume Junko is still alive. If so, how could she have survived?
Might not have been her. Might have been, Mukuro in disguise, I guess. Multiple attempts. Yeah. That's how I'll solve this. Save scumming. I checked her. She was dead. I'm sure of it. But still, if she were alive... Yeah, because Mukuro died... If she had the wounds all over her body, that was Mukuro that died. Maybe Junko's not the one that died. It wasn't Junko, but someone else entirely. Maybe she was some sort of trick. Hangman's Gambit. What do we have? I have no idea. Duplicate? Fuck. Nope, it's not duplicate. Unless I didn't shoot the D, actually. Hold on. I have to try again now. Shit. What is this word? Nope, fuck. Well, that's my hearts. Multiple attempts time. Are they really gonna vote for me? Yep, alright, cool. Doing that business again.
I refuse to give up yet.
Really a shame that, like, blank blank P and C show up in duplicate. Makoto's obviously the mastermind. He couldn't spell the word duplicate. Only the mastermind would have that character flaw. Alright. Do I get different letters? No. D-U-P, dupe, L-I. Alright, it's not enough letters for duplicate, but... Boy, the P and the C are threw me for a loop on that one. A? Well, shit. R? Oh, it is an R. Huh. E? Kinda flying by the seat of my pants on here. Replaced. Oh, right, of course. Replaced. I knew that. Definitely wasn't just guessing based on what letter was on the screen the most.
She switched places with someone else.
It's replaced.
Switch places?
Ahem.
That's
Naturally.
right. Before the Spears could kill her, she got someone to take her place. Specifically, Mukuro Ikusaba.
Then that would make it Mukuro's corpse that showed up later.
Which is why the body's height and weight and everything match Mukuro's profile, right?
Yep.
I don't know anything about this switching places thing, but...
He's clearly never seen the movie The Parent Trap.
It had to be Junko who got stabbed to death, right?
Why?
Yeah, you're saying they switched? When could they even have done that?
Well, before everyone met, obviously.
Right when she was about to die? Like she used some kind of ninja replacement technique?
You'll love to see those ninja replacement techniques.
Good point. There's just no way they could have switched like that.
I assume they did it before we met them.
So maybe
Wasn't
the
there a
whole
line,
idea is
like,
wrong.
where we were like, oh, you don't look quite like you do on the magazines, and Junko was like, you know, they airbrush that shit. I seem to remember that being a thing. To figure out how to explain, they switched the moment of death, they switched at the beginning!
The two of them, they had switched places from the very beginning.
What? From the beginning?
Mukuro's actually a log. Fucking, she just down B'd, and as soon as the spears hit her, swapped out, replaced, countered Monokuma. Easy.
Yes, from the moment we first met.
Little known fact, Junko is actually a Greninja.
If that's when they switched,
If you watch close, you can see it.
then they wouldn't have had to switch at the moment of death, right? After all, the one we saw at that point would have already been Mukuro.
Hold on. So, you're saying the Junko we first met was actually Mukuro all along?
I'd buy it.
We'd already met her?
That face looks relatively like Mukuro's.
I had, like, a normal conversation with her.
When we first met, none of us knew who anyone else was. So
Well, I mean, I knew
Mukuro could have
Sayaka,
simply
so.
told us her name was Junko,
Other than that,
and we never would have known the difference.
fuck, I could have said my name was Junko. Boy, that would have been
We
confusing.
allow the two of them to switch places from the very beginning.
Good times.
Wait, but Mukuro had a tattoo on the back of her hand, right?
Oh, yeah.
Junko never had any tattoo like that, did she?
Good point. That is...
She could have hidden it with foundation or something like that.
That's literally the first time it's being brought up. When the guy was going to kill us, bleh, and had the knife here, someone could have said foundation at that point.
If she did, it likely melted away in the explosion, exposing the tattoo after the body was extinguished. Plus, there were the fake nails found on the hands of Mukuro's body. They were the same fake red nails she was wearing when we all met for the first time.
Huh.
But if she really did use foundation,
Correct. Even if there was no tattoo on her hand, I couldn't say for certain it wasn't Mukuro. So I'm glad nobody noticed that glaring hole when we were trying to figure out who attacked Makoto.
Phew!
But too bad for you, Monokuma. You can't deny it
I do
anymore.
like that they acknowledge that.
Wait, so this whole thing was a setup from the very beginning?
If that's true, it was quite an elaborate plan to be sure, making it look like Mukuro was Junko.
Elaborate doesn't really cover it.
The reason
understatement.
such an elaborate plan was possible is because the two of them were working together.
So Mukuro, the ultimate despair, teamed up with someone like her. In other words, it would be fair to say that Junko herself was also the ultimate despair.
What's wrong? Lost the will to fight back?
I think he's just afraid.
Afraid? What's that mean, afraid?
Believe it's an adjective. Expressing or showing traits of fear.
Fear is only possible where hope is possible.
Well, fuck.
I only have despair, so fear is an alien concept to me.
Alright, shut my mouth there, Monokuma.
Then why haven't you been saying anything?
Because it's a bunch of nonsense. Junko's my secret identity? As if.
Then why did you try and protect Junko's real identity?
I tried to protect her identity. When did I do that?
He refuses to admit it, but he can try and deceive us all he wants, it doesn't matter, because I've already figured it out. He tried to hide Junko's identity, and not just once, but twice, the first time during our latest investigation. What is the biolab secret? Oh, that's a secret? Alright, sure. It could be the group photos, because she's not in any of them. Account, rear view, fatal injury, the group photo? Because, yeah, she's not in any of them. Hold on. What matters now is presenting the right evidence. Okay. I just embarrassed myself by not presenting anything. I feel like giving us group photos of which, you know, she isn't in. I don't know, the DVD did sort of break that before I could get very far in it. During chapter 5 or 6 investigation. Oh, during the investigation. I was gonna say the DVD, because, like, he did pull the plug or sabotage that. Place to check, the control room, the tarp. Profile, spare, hidden present, photo, notebook, locker. Photos. I've really only got the DVD to go on.
I got it!
Oh, alright, cool.
While I was in the AV room, watching the DVD of our interviews with the headmaster.
That wasn't during Chapter 5 investigation, that was entirely during Chapter 6 investigation. It wasn't just the monitor, the DVD player itself had apparently turned off, which of course meant the DVD player wasn't playing anymore. What the heck just happened? Oopsie, looked like it broke out of service. What, it just so happened to break just now? Now, when, then, doesn't matter. Failure can strike anytime, anywhere. Sorry, I got an email. That's what failure is, right?
You made sure I couldn't finish watching the video. And the reason you did that is because you didn't want me to see the real Junko, did you?
Oh, yeah! If everyone was in that video, of course Junko would have had to show up.
And if Makoto saw the real Junko, it would have been totally obvious that the Junko we met was an imposter.
That whole power outage thing was just a fluke.
No, it wasn't a fluke. The Mastermind definitely orchestrated that power outage. And that's not the only time he tried to hide Junko's identity. Mastermind tried to cover up one other piece of evidence. Is this where the group photo comes in? Since, I mean, Junko isn't in any of those. Oh, this moment of truth thing again. Alright.
What do you want? What do you want? Are you sure about this? You're getting all riled
The
up.
fucking riding horse again in his goddamn thing. Can't talk while I'm laughing. Oh, I gotta reload. Thank you.
What do you want?
Final strike.
That's impossible.
Group photo? I'm thinking.
This should prove
Got it. Okay. He is clearly not in the group photo.
The video
Well, maybe
isn't
she
the
is.
only thing you tried to cover up. You did the same thing with this group photo.
The issue being we can't see her face.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's a sound you love to hear.
I noticed it just a little while ago, when we were all comparing the photos we got. In all the photos, there's a certain similarity, an unusual circumstance.
What's so unusual about them?
The unusual circumstance coming to all these photos is Celeste's outfit. Junko's face, Mukuro's face, the one who got the photos. It's Junko's
I got
face. Obviously.
Junko's face. The one thing common to every single photo is that you can't see her face.
Fucking Mondo rocking the Speedo. You gotta love it.
It's hard to believe her face would just happen to be hidden in every single picture, don't you think? And on top of that, in this photo, you can see that Mukuro is clearly visible. So in other words, at that point, the two of them hadn't switched yet. With all that in mind, there's no doubt that the girl whose face is hidden here is the real Junko, which is why you had to have pictures that didn't show her face. Because if we could have seen her face, then it would have clearly revealed.
Celeste in her matching uniform. I mean, yeah. Clearly it is, it's an outstanding detail here. No, the uniform matches in every photo, but she's the only one wearing, like, consistent outfit in every photo. Everyone else is in track gear, swim gear.
Wasn't the Junko that we knew.
Celeste is always in that dress. Xanadu.
I believe everything Makoto said is true. Junko and Mukuro switched places before we met either of them.
So she killed Mukuro, who had taken her place, making it look like she'd died. And the real Junko is still alive.
And she's the one behind this whole murderous situation. This killing game. She's the true
Junko.
mastermind and the ultimate despair.
How could you do it? How could you do it to him,
The identity
Junko?
and the crimes of the mastermind have been exposed.
No, wait, hold on. Don't bother trying to deny it. There's no more room for debate. You don't have anywhere left to run. I'll prove everything right now.
Ooh, oh, all right. Are we done already? Sure. Okay, so we all met. What is this meant to be? It's the identity of the ultimate fashionista who I met in the main hall. Would just be an ordinary photo of Junko, or... I guess it would have to be this one. Yeah, stomped on the bear, got skewered. It was actually her dying. What have we here? Where the mastermind keep the body? The morgue. Surely up. Yeah, okay, there it is. Morgue. Covered up, drop there. Went to attack me. Fun stuff, attacking me like that. That probably happened right there. What is this? The mastermind attacked me with something. Oh, the knife. Got it. Okay. After their surprise attack failed, the mastermind fled my room. Probably that one. That definitely seems more like fleeing. Found Junko's body. What did Mastermind do with it after they took it off? They put the mask on Junko's body. Yeah. It was the condition of the body when we first found it in the garden. It was super just like that. They watched us all freaking out about it. Mask came off. He was like, no, wait, don't. She was like, what? And then it exploded. Toko flying away from the explosion is very funny to me. Couldn't identify the mysterious body because it was blown up. Probably that one then. That it? Present.
Here's exactly what happened.
Alright.
We met the ultimate fashionista, Junko and Oshima, right after we all arrived here.
And Makoto was thinking about
But
tits.
that wasn't the real Junko. The girl we saw before us was actually the 16th student who had taken Junko's place. And that girl's name was Mukuro Ikusawa. But it wasn't long before she died at the hands of Monokuma. In other
Insert
words,
quote.
the mastermind,
That's, I mean,
Junko
fair enough.
and Oshima.
Whole point of a copy pasta is that it makes it easy to insert the quote, but
Kept in the biolab.
I'm with you. Getting tired of that damn quote.
Until Junko decided to put her body to use. Junko dragged the body out of the biolab, using the tarp to carry her to the garden. She fabricated the murder to try and frame Kyoko, who'd proven to be one big thorn in her side. Meanwhile, she wanted us all to think Mukuro was still alive and hiding somewhere inside the school. So she put on a mask and then attacked me.
Yo, if that is Junko, she is hiding a lot of hair under that mask. Just saying.
After making sure I'd gotten a good look at the mask,
Wonder if she knew she would have been killed, maybe not switch places. I don't know. Probably wouldn't have. She, in the reenactments, doesn't seem like she's too keen on the getting impaled idea.
this was all to make us think the person who attacked me and the corpse were one and the same. She wanted us to believe the murder had only recently taken place. Finally, by strapping a bomb to the body, she was able to destroy any remaining evidence. She needed to hide the body's true identity, She had to make sure we didn't find out it was actually the same person we'd met in the beginning. This is the truth behind Mukuro's murder, and the one who carried it all out is the true mastermind. The one controlling Monokuma. The real Junko Enoshima.
I do like that shot of Junko. That's pretty funny.
That's the whole story behind this incident. Well, what do you have to say to that?
What? Are you broken again?
Come on, out with it.
You can't get out of this, so don't even try.
Come on! It's time you finally revealed yourself!
It's not like you're an endangered species or something.
Good
How
point.
long do you
Play on the
keep
bear
going?
aspect of this.
Give it up, Junko.
That'll blow this case wide open. It's already been blown wide open, but you know.
Over. Did you really think the story would end once we reached the climax of the case?
Well, there should be some falling action, but yeah, usually the climax is where it, you know, hits the high point and starts to wrap up.
Wrong! There's still plenty more to go!
Well, I don't have work today, so I can go a bit longer if need be. Let's do this, bitch. I'm not afraid of you. She doesn't look that different. I'm not gonna lie. From like what she's.
I've been waiting so very long for peasants like you to appear.
The fuck is that voice? Tell me she's talking like that the entire rest of the game. That would be delightful. Yeah, no, it's been a while since I've seen Junko. I would not have been able to point out that that was a different woman. I'd just been like, oh hey, Junko's back.
If you swear your fealty to us,
Oh my god.
we'll reward you with half of the entire world.
That sounds pretty good, honestly.
We've even drawn up the deed already. We will grant you honor, status, in some of our home cooking.
How can you say no?
Have you made your choice? Will you serve under us?
Sure.
Oh, did you think I was being serious?
Sorry.
I was just messing with you.
Yeah, well, I can dream.
It's been so long since I've had an audience. Even I'm not sure what kind of role I'm supposed to play.
You can go back to that one. That was good fun. This is the mastermind. She's the real Junko Enoshima.
Anyway, looks like I've finally been set free.
You know, I preferred the fucking insane queen voice to this bored voice.
Having to play Monokuma all the time, day after day.
Like, your whole plan's come unraveled. Throw some emotion
It was
there.
like I was stuck in purgatory. Or like a slow suicide. I get bored so easy, you know?
This is what the viewers are paying to see. Your viewers that you're broadcasting to. Put some life in this, Junko.
Face. Huh? What about my face? What's wrong with my beautiful face? People have told me I'm cuter than 100 chihuahuas combined.
I don't know about that.
I feel like this isn't the first time I've seen you.
No, I do remember seeing it. I'm sure I've seen it somewhere. Where was it? Before, yeah, she was a, like, model, right? So, yeah.
That's right. It was before I ever came to this school. I remember seeing a magazine cover. And you were on it.
Several magazine
Wow,
covers, it turns out.
You have a pretty good memory. I guess that's why you've made it this far, huh?
I'm also stupid lucky.
So I was right.
Emphasis on stupid.
Then what you told me in the main hall when this all began.
Yeah, honestly, they look very similar. I would not have been able... I mean... The only major difference I can really notice is that and it's Japan, so this is probably intentional. The chest is smaller on Mukuro, but face-wise, they're very similar. Freckles, eye shape, yeah, the freckles, I guess. The eye shape, I mean, they're still drawings. I would assume she's just, like, squinting a bit more versus, like, having opened her eyes wide. The freckles I'll give you, but the chest definitely seems smaller. Oh, are you talking about my cover photos and junk? Ah, well, of course, those are all totally photoshopped. Photoshopped? The mouth is different, too, looking at it. Yeah, the eyes don't seem that different. It's just the eyes on this magazine seem wider than her eyes. Oh, they aren't real. Even now, she's got the squinty eyes again.
Necessary to keep things moving along. Wouldn't you agree?
That explains why she didn't quite seem the same. Because she was a different person all along.
What, as a magazine?
I'm me. And Mukuro is Mukuro. She tried her best. But there's just no way she could have passed as the ultimate fashionista.
Well, I mean, she's a different person,
Two
so...
people can never become one as long as the walls of mind and body exist.
Alright, look. You're really kind of letting me down with this performance, Junko. You gotta fucking throw some life into you or
Not even
something.
if they're twins.
Oh. Is that what's going on? That would explain the face.
I know, it's such a cliche, right? I'm almost embarrassed to admit it. So basically, Mukuro and I had your stereotypical twin relationship.
No, you didn't. One of you was a fashion model and the other got kidnapped in Europe and turned into a super soldier. Nothing about that is stereotypical.
The older sister, tough and proud. That was Mukuro. The younger sister, smart and cute. That was...
Me! Junko fucking Enoshima!
See, this is the kind of energy I was talking about.
And together, we were
Reminds
the
me of me and my twin.
AKA the Despair!
Despair! Alright, now I'm into it. Now I'm into it.
She's a totally different person now.
Who's your twin then, 079? I assume your twin would have to be 079278, whereas you're 079279.
Like I said, I get bored easy as hell. I even get fucking bored with myself. But if you're twins, why do you have different last names? Oh, that again? You have any idea how many times people ask me that shit?
I want to know why you're suddenly a wrestler from the Attitude Era of the WWE.
Maybe it's new to your dumb ass, but it forced me to tears. Answering the same questions over and over? Just make up whatever answer you want. I don't give a shit. The truth's fucking lame anyway.
But if she was your twin...
Who voices Junko?
You killed your own sister?
And for reasons deeper and darker than the ocean. Ha! As if.
Well, I suppose I'd better explain.
Fuck, I'm gonna get whiplash watching this woman.
For my plan to work, someone had to be able to control the killing game from behind the scenes.
That said, master of the quick change, I'll give her that.
The so-called mastermind had to operate Monokuma, keep an eye on everyone, things like that. But after looking at the situation, I determined it would be impossible for Mukuro to perform such duties. Because naturally, she turned out to be the letdown of the family.
She was a super soldier in Europe. How is that a letdown, you magazine cover?
Leaving me behind to run off and join some band of mercenaries. Such a disappointment.
Truly, fathers would weep at the idea of their daughters running off to be successful soldier.
So, I decided to play the role of director and have her join the rest of you in your school life. I could have let her work alongside me, but she would have been useless to me that way. Besides, 15 students seemed like a solid number to start with. Of course, the fact that she was the ultimate soldier posed something of a problem. She had what I call the 3 atrocities. Atrociously rank, atrociously filthy, atrociously repulsive.
Is that right?
It was atrociously clear just how out of touch she was with the rest of society.
Yeah, being a mercenary isolated in, like, Europe and the Middle East will do that to you, I bet.
Meanwhile, my ultimate fashionista status has an undeniable appeal that I didn't want to go to waste.
And that's why you switched identities?
Sadly, her inability to match my personality was even greater than I'd calculated. It was a lost cause.
No one was, like, questioning it or anything. They just thought she was, you know, kind of cool, different from the magazines.
She was nothing more than a bit player, an extra, unworthy of lines.
And yet you gave her plenty.
Being the utter disappointment that she was, anyone would have expected her to get killed off right away, which is precisely why I killed her, to meet everyone's expectations.
That can't be your only reason, can it?
Well, no, of course not.
I also did it to avoid becoming bored.
Ah, well, see, that makes more sense.
I've never been a stickler for following a plan to the letter, you know?
Fuck.
If I planned everything out and knew just what was gonna happen, that'd be so boring.
Oh my god.
So, I changed things just a bit and decided to use Mukuro to make a little point.
The whiplash.
In other words, Mukuro's death was a one-sided, premeditated act of betrayal, just as I suspected. When Mukuro was killed, she
Huh,
must
alright.
have been as surprised as anybody else.
We got this. Yeah, she looks real surprised there. What? Huh? This wasn't supposed to... Why me?
So, you figured it out? Well, you're right. There's no way Mukuro could have pulled off such a convincing performance. But she did teach you all a very valuable lesson, don't you think?
How can you talk like that? You sacrificed your own sister. How does that not even bother you?
What?
She didn't care for her.
Sister? That's what's got you so hot under the collar? Jeez, misunderstandings sure are scary.
Oh, Christ.
We were the ultimate despair, you know?
Well, I'm out. Gotta go eat and buy some groceries. Have a good day. I don't know. The whiplash from this has kind of ruined any chance of good day I think I'm gonna have, so... Good luck to me, I guess. Ah.
No, I felt despair as long as I can remember. Like I never should have been born at all.
Charming.
When I was born, I cried tears of total despair.
Still another personality. We got one more? Jesus.
That's why for us, it's not a big deal whether
So
we
far,
die or kill.
so far my favorites are 2000s Attitude Era WWE star and Queen. Queen's fucking amazing.
We're just those kinds of people. We've always been filled with despair. So when we do something, we go all the way and live without regret.
And of course, Attitude Era.
So you just murdered your own sister and didn't think anything of it?
Incredibly monotone and boring is easily the most, like, my least favorite. Probably this one. Oh, here's the last one. All sad and willowy.
How could I not be sad? That's why it gets me so excited.
Alright, maybe not willowy. Also, why are there mushrooms in your head?
Killing my precious sister with my own two hands. That act is filled with so much despair. You can't help but put a super in front of it.
Is that right?
It's like super, 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 super despair. No, more than that. Super, 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 super despair.
I think she's crazy.
It just feels so good.
What the hell is
Poetic,
wrong with
I guess,
you?
would be this one. Yeah, alright, I'm with Hero on that one.
Sister too. In that moment of death, I think she must have felt that despair. After all, to be murdered by your own sister, and only as an example to someone else, she must have died feeling such excruciating hopelessness.
Maybe just confusion.
I'm so jealous of her. Super jealous.
I knew you couldn't be just some ordinary person. You're some kind of abnormality.
Looney round the bend, I believe is what you're looking for,
Turning your
Byakuya.
own despair into some kind of fetish. Abnormality doesn't even begin to describe it.
Like, Genocide Jill is crazy for sure, but this is a whole nother level of nuts!
Oh yeah.
You're saying I don't compare to some lowly beast that can only kill the weak, right?
No.
So I'm hopelessly attractive, hopelessly brilliant, hopelessly athletic.
I mean, the attractive is no. Brilliant, in a twisted sort of way. Athletic, I don't know. Fucking go run a track.
I'm the hopelessly perfect ultimate human.
Sure.
No. I don't think there's anything perfect about anything you just said.
Yeah, Master's way more perfect. Because on top of everything else, he's got that noble blood.
Ah, the noble blood that doesn't mean shit.
Don't you mean had that noble blood?
What did you just say? What do you mean by that?
You still haven't figured that part out yet? Man, you guys are so slow!
Thought that was Byakuya. I mean,
You haven't even solved all the mysteries, and yet here you are, yapping away!
I'll assume this is her, I don't know, Monokuma-ing. That's a verb now. Monokuma-ing.
Right? I'm the killer. So how about the next one? Maybe you should solve the riddle of your missing memories. Then you can start gloating.
Cool. Hey, Toko, sneeze and let's just ask Jill. You probably didn't wipe that memory, eh?
Damn straight. That's exactly what we're going
That's
to
my
do.
theory. We got this whole solid point where Jill and Toko don't share memories, so...
We'll have our victory.
I can't wait.
I sincerely doubt they bothered to wipe the memory of both of them. That's possible.
What memories did you steal from us?
When the group pictures were taken, and those interviews, it must mean... I got it! It must have something to do with our entrance exams.
Don't fair! At least give us a hint!
Your brains are like sponges, all drippy and leaky. I already gave you a hint before. All the memories you lost share something in common with a few other things. Do you recall?
Is it the murders? Thinking back on what Monokuma told us, the memories are stolen from us. They're related to... Oh, it was the motive, right? Yeah.
You're talking about the motives you provided to try and get us to kill each other, right?
Like money and
You do remember
secrets.
after all.
Oh, this one.
Well, I would hope you wouldn't forget something so important.
Lame.
It was stupid of me to even ask. I apologize from the bottom of my heart for my bad manners.
Be literally anyone else.
So then, let me ask you another question. Did you notice that each motive I presented you had a specific theme to it?
Secrets, money... I don't remember the other ones. Escape?
Theme?
Yep, you got it. So that's my question to you all. When Sayaka was murdered, what was the theme of the motive I presented?
Escape? I don't know. Love, human connection. I guess human connection, right?
I got it!
Yeah.
The driving force behind the motive you presented us with at that point was human connections.
Ding, ding, ding. You got it. Remember those DVDs I gave you guys? Each video showed the total destruction of your most important relationships.
The sofa!
Family.
Every time I see it, all I can think is like, they ruined his perfectly good sofa. Those bastards. Like, throw some blood on the walls or have a limb or two. Come on, man.
For example...
You got corpses in that one. That one's fine. You got corpses all over the gaff. No one's complaining about that one. The other one just looks like you wrecked my damn sofa.
And showed you the results. It was to motivate your desire to escape and kickstart your urge to kill. But still, what a cruel thing to do.
Yeah, why'd you need to do that if you already had Sakura, like, under your thumb?
You're the one that did it.
Yes, well, I'm perfectly happy to accept your disapproval.
Okay. Time for the next
Great.
question.
Kawaii mode.
So, what was the theme for the second motive?
That was a secret one, right? Past, strong heart, meaning of life. I guess the past.
I got it! It was our past, right?
Yeah.
Yay! Makoto got it right again! That time, the theme was...
You think she'd stop asking Makoto?
Embarrassing memories and secrets! Yeah! And the whole reason Mondo did what he did was to protect his secret.
That he already killed someone. Or someone died because of him, rather.
How long do you plan on dragging this out?
Relax, relax. Okay, on to the next question.
This one's just money.
So, what was the motive for the third murder?
The fourth one, I mean, it was sacrifice if you want to put a motive on it. I don't think the sixth one really had one. Greed, a new outlook.
I got it! It was money, wasn't it? Greed.
Seek and destroy!
Hell yeah!
Got it again!
We got Attitude Era. I love Attitude Era, Junko. She's great. Her and
Damn
Queen.
straight it was money. Celeste killed Hifumi and Taka for a little personal gain.
Attitude Era and Queen are my favorite Junkos. They're entertaining as hell.
Her greed
The others
led
are
to all
okay,
kinds of death
except for the
and
boring one.
destruction.
What's the point of all this? Why are you making us go through this case by case?
Don't worry, sweet cheeks. Just one more to go. Now, can you tell me the motive behind crazy-ass Sakura's crazy-ass death?
Betrayal? Secrets? We did secrets already. really think it was blackmail. I think it was just betrayal. Yeah, okay.
In her case, it was betrayal.
Precisely. You see,
Poetic. Attitude
these are
Era could have
real signs
hung
of
around a bit
betrayal
longer.
That led to everything that came afterwards. Anyway, it looks like you answered all of my questions correctly. How painfully delightful.
But what's the point? What meaning is there in asking those questions now?
Relationships? Secrets? Money? Betrayal? These are all pretty standard motives, right? The most normal of normal.
Yeah?
Totally middle of the road.
I mean, revenge should be up there. For the hell of it, use the wrong dinner fork. Evil twin. Oh, wait. Moving on.
But of course, those aren't the
Yes,
only
Queenie!
motives that exist in this world.
I love it.
In fact, there are as many reasons to kill as there are people on Earth. They compel humans to kill each other, bringing despair to the world. This is what we refer to as the seed of despair.
Seed of despair?
Just as water, air, and food
Whoever-
promote growth in living things.
Whoever the voice actress for
despair
Junko is.
also needs nourishment.
First of all, deserved a nomination for some kind of award. Second, I hope had a lot of fun doing this.
And that nourishment is hope. Despair can grow only in the presence of hope. Two sides of the same coin, divided by a razor-thin line. Such is hope and despair.
How much longer is this stupid speech of yours? Weren't we discussing our missing memories?
If you would listen, you would see I'm not changing the subject.
Teacher.
We are discussing your memories.
Or educator.
What I'm trying
Librarian?
to say
I don't know.
is, the seed of despair is closely tied to your own memories.
How so?
You see, by taking away your memories, I gave you hope. Of course, that hope merely existed to be consumed by despair.
How could taking away someone's memories give them hope?
Also, why the hell would you do that?
And plus, you haven't given us any hope anyway.
That's another actually solid point.
So, all you've been able to think about during your time here is how to escape, right?
Really, just that I don't want to die.
The mere fact that that's what you want proves I gave you hope.
What are you talking about?
If none of you wanted to escape this school, the killings never would have taken place. That is why we took your memories, so that you would have the desire to leave.
She's like half a degree away from doing the oh laugh.
The only reason we want to
Specifically
leave
in
is because
queen
you took our
form.
memories. Is that what you're saying?
Correctamundo!
Which means if we did have our memories, then we wouldn't want to leave. Do I understand that right?
What? Why the hell would having our memories make us not want to leave?
A most troubling thought, isn't it? But it's not enough. I want more distress, more despair. I put so much effort into creating hope in order to feed your despair and make it grow. So, just like Crazy Eddie slashing his prices and passing the savings on to you, let me give you a hint.
Hey guys, Crazy Eddie likes to slash prices and pass savings on to you. Go to Crazy Eddie's today for the cheapest deals and the hottest bargains.
Really? Then hurry up and tell us.
Yo, Crazy Eddie hopefully is in one of the sequels. That would be great.
Okie dokie. Like they say, seeing is believing.
I'm along for the ride at this point. This is a trip.
I'd like for you to see the outside world.
Okay, outside world.
The world beyond the school walls?
That is generally what that means,
So
yes.
something really did happen out there.
Now are you interested in what I have to say? You wanna see what's out there?
Yeah.
I wanna see too.
Let's see what's going on out in that
Faces
crazy world.
sink into despair. Now then, open sesame! Behold, the world beyond the school walls! This is the outside world you've all been so anxious to claw your way back into.
Such a silly voice. I love it. It's great. That is a fantastic voice. I don't believe you. It's a giant robot. Alright, that I believe. That's possible. Huh. Now, the dudes in masks I get. The giant robot seems extreme. I refuse to believe someone re-sculpted the Sphinx in the Statue of Liberty.
Dangerous. The world has grown so very dangerous.
Seems like a lot of effort.
What are you talking about? None of this makes any sense.
What am I looking at?
This is a scene from a movie or something, right?
What you just saw, all of you should recognize it.
We should recognize it? What is it about we should recognize? This whole thing is insane.
Is locked away within the memories that were taken from you. If you can't remember, please just try. Do your best to try and recall.
Hey, Toko, help us out with the crazy woman in your head. Their own memories.
Better kick your brain in the ass, because it's up to that gray lump whether you live or die.
Attitude Era.
Remember, ain't a fucking excuse no more, because now it's time for the final class trial.
All right, here we go. Back in it. What the hell am I arguing at this point? Oh, we got Genocide Jack's memory there. All right. That's my main argument at this point.
Come on, bitches. Remember or die.
I love Attitude Era. She's so good. So good.
You want us to remember or whatever, but when it comes to that crazy, confusing video you showed us, I don't understand a damn thing.
What's the meaning of the footage we saw? Is this another one of your practical jokes?
I mean, you're telling us to remember, but what am I supposed to be remembering? There's nobody can remember.
All right, that's it. So, yeah, all right. That was easy. I was studying like, maybe I won't have to use it, and then it's like, no, it's right there.
Who might remember?
The other Toko. Genocide Jack. The two of them share certain kinds of knowledge, but their memories aren't linked, right?
I see. If their memories are separate, then even if one personality's forgotten, there's a chance the other may still have those memories.
What do you say, Toko?
Are you
Take one for the team.
swap places with her?
Look, we have Attitude Era Junko and Queen Junko. We got Junko running around at full, like, cranked up to 11. Bring the other crazy out here. Let's just make it a party.
Absolutely not. That'd be like forfeiting my entire identity.
Byakuyo,
Toko, you're the only one we can rely on.
thank you. Just right away, immediately.
Da-da-da-da! It's me, your friendly neighborhood serial killer.
Hey, Blondie over there is responsible for everything. How about killing her?
Boy, she just gave in like it was nothing.
Yeah, the crazy one.
I'm going to ask you a question, and I want to have it
One
answered immediately.
standing over there fucking, yeah-ing it up.
Do you know anything about this video?
Huh? What video?
The video that's playing right now.
Who the hell are you?
Good point.
Oh, I'm the mastermind.
Oh, nice to meet ya.
Not the reaction I was hoping for, Jill.
Nice to meet you too.
Good to know she's polite, though.
That's enough. Just look at the stupid screen.
Aye, aye, Roger, you got it, Captain.
We got Giant Robot, we got Monuments, and we got Looters. Ooh, there's a sale on. That must be Crazy Eddie's.
Well, does it look familiar?
I don't have all the details, but of course it does.
Then you remember all the stuff it's showing?
Of course I do.
Well, yay. I don't know if that's a good thing.
So you didn't lose your memory after all.
Then why didn't you say something earlier? I only answer questions when someone bothers to ask me. I'm the quiet type, you know?
It's true.
Oh my god, she's the worst liar in the world.
More importantly, if you really do remember, what is it?
Huh? What's the matter, Master? Do you really not remember the tragedy?
A tragedy?
Oh no! You seriously forgot? Maybe I can help you remember with a kiss.
Or words. Just tell me what happened. I'm very curious.
Answer the question. What happened out there?
Well, I can't really say if it happened or if it's still happening, but it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
Could you perhaps elucidate just a touch more? Less adjectives and more nouns, please? I'm very keen to know. What?
Why is that phrase coming up now?
No, fuck. Really? Are they never gonna tell me?
Because it's all because of that event.
What event?
What is?
The stock markets?
I'm talking about the way the world is now.
Meteor, apocalypse, plague, what are we dealing with?
Is now?
The world's been destroyed, get it?
By what?
Destroyed?
Explain yourself. Tell us everything you know.
Copy that, darling. Okay, so this big, awful, tragic event, they started just calling it the tragedy, happened about a year ago.
Cool. Start with that. Details.
It was so big and so bad that even this murderous fiend went pale at the sight of it.
More specific details than that.
I guess you could say what happened was man-made.
Okay, alright, we're getting there.
But it was more on the level of a worldwide natural disaster.
What are we dealing with? Is it, what's that game? With Alloy in it. Horizon Zero Dawn? Best description, isn't it, though? Was it like we man-made robots and then it spiraled out of our control and became a natural disaster? Is that what we're dealing with?
Either way, there's no doubt that it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. And as a result, in basically no time flat. The world turned out the way it did, and that's that.
That's all there is to it? Come on! There wasn't a single concrete description in there!
At least the game knows it's fucking mean. It's not like, yeah, fuck it. We did whatever. It's not just lazy writing. They're deliberately being infuriating.
Well, it just so happens I don't know any of the specifics.
Why not?
Miss Moreau saw it all play out in
Oh.
real time, so why don't you ask her?
We already did, and she didn't know anything. That's why we're asking you.
I couldn't live up to Master's expectations!
Oh boy.
To die! To die! This is the true tragedy!
Okay, that's enough of your little lover's quarrel. Whatever happened, it doesn't matter at this exact point in time, right? The end justifies the means. Everything serves the outcome. In other words, the world has ended.
I mean, I got 2 other games to play, so maybe they'll fucking cover it in one of those.
How can the world just end? It's the world!
Calm down. It's okay. There's no need to panic. Every living person will be dead in 100 years anyway. So the world ending isn't that big a deal.
Oh, come on. Now you're just being ridiculous.
Well, as long as we're being ridiculous. I have another ridiculous story to tell you.
Please do.
It's the story of the Togami Corporation, which has given Byakuya's life all its meaning.
Togami. I've been playing something recently, more story time with Junko. I'm amazed she's not teacher for this one. I was playing something recently that had Togami in it. I can't pull it in, though.
What did you say?
I'm glad to see you took the...
Oh, there she is.
You bit into it like a middle-aged secretary at an all-you-can-eat cake buffet.
Yo. Fucking, I would go hog at an all-you-can-eat cake buffet. Are you kidding me? Don't give me that bullshit.
What do you think happened to the Togami family?
Alright, this feels like an important choice. I should weigh my options here. Let's see. I mean, number 3 looks good. But it could have been number 1. Ooh, hard to say. Tell you what, I'm gonna blindfold myself, just scroll the mouse wheel and choose. Hope I got it right.
Well done, peasant.
Hope I got it right.
But I didn't say anything yet.
I just got so fucking bored waiting, I couldn't help it. Even if you're wrong, eventually you'll figure it out, right? Till then, you're just going in circles.
So, no matter what you pick, you get the right answer.
But do you think it might be a disease? Getting bored so easy, I mean. Do you think I might be sick?
Yes, but for different reasons.
Anyway, like I was saying, Byakuya's entire lineage has been totally annihilated.
I'm gonna fucking have to sue the game for the whiplash it's giving me.
What the hell are you talking about?
Oh, Pretty Boy doesn't have his trust fund anymore. Oh no. I feel bad for him, not really.
I can confirm that his entire family has died. Even the distant relatives. The Tagami name has perished.
Ha!
Stop with these idiotic jokes.
Stop? And said with such authority. A peasant would dare challenge us? The avatar of divine punishment? You must learn your place, peasant. You are no longer the ultimate affluent progeny.
Nah, he's just gonna get fat and appear in the sequel.
They couldn't possibly be gone. The Togami family is destined to guide the world.
Nah, you'd have to be like, I don't know, interesting or good in order to do that. Good at your job, I mean.
Hell, there is no world anymore, remember? It got fucked a full year ago.
Sounds like me.
I don't make sense.
There's no way that happened a year ago.
There's no longer an ultimate affluent prodigy, it's now a talentless scrub like Makoto. I mean, at least he's intelligent. Makoto's fucking dumb. Byakuya at least, like, is somewhat intelligent. I wouldn't say he's the ultimate genius or
He came
anything.
to this school a few weeks ago.
But he outclasses Makoto by like a fucking... What is it? Country mile. That was the expression I was looking for.
If some kind of world-ending event happened a year ago, then how do you explain the totally normal world we were living in up till then?
But you're right, he is a talentless scrub.
Have you considered the possibility that you're mistaken about that?
Just, you know, a slightly intelligent, talentless scrub.
Well, if I'm understanding you right, it sounds like you think the tragedy happened a year before you arrived here. Well, yeah. I mean, like he said, we just got here a few weeks ago.
Well, gee, we don't remember all these photos, we don't remember a tragedy, we don't remember the interview. I'm gonna go ahead and say, also we have a locker, or at least two of us have lockers. Probably didn't happen right at that moment.
A few weeks ago? Ooh, I get it. You're saying that what happened 2 years ago actually happened more recently, right? Huh? 2 years ago? Well, I mean, you guys all started attending Hope's Peak Academy 2 years ago.
I don't think you could erase somebody's memory of 2 years and not have them notice. Like, you aged during that time. And this is high school, where those 2 years are kind of important. Some significant changes happen in the human body. Wait, what? You're telling me starting high school, Hino was always that busty and then in 2 years didn't get a single size bigger and is just like, oh yeah, my tits didn't miraculously grow 2 years overnight or anything. That's just one example. It's a bit crude, but there it is.
What the hell is this chick trying to say?
Our haircuts are all the same.
I understand why you'd have trouble accepting it, but in the end, you can't deny the truth. And the truth is, everything is cause and effect. Deny that, and you may as well give yourself up to God.
No one got like a fresh new scar or something?
So, you must surely understand all the hints I've given you so far, right?
I'm not really. Again, I'm along for the ride at this point, Junko. It's a fun ride, don't get me wrong, but I'm just along for it.
Now, answer us. Answer with all your heart and soul.
Queen Junko is like chef's kiss in terms of voice, attitude, personality, and lines. Just beautiful. Attitude Era is also chef's kiss. All the others are, yeah, they're alright.
How are we supposed to answer?
I just don't know what's going on anymore.
Still, we have to answer somehow. If we don't, everything ends right here. The memories that were stolen from us. If what Junko said is true, if we first came here 2 years ago, but the rest of us only remember getting here within the last few weeks or so, memories she took from us are our life at, well, I mean, obviously the tragedy, but
I got it.
not the entire past. Remember who
We accept
Sayaka
that
is.
What you say is true. Then we've all lost our memories of the last 2 years after coming to this school.
Nope. Nope. No. Nope. No. I mean, no matter what anyone says,
Another correct answer. Well done, peasant.
Seriously?
Tell him, Makoto.
This routine again?
We've lost 2 years worth of memories?
That's right. You've already spent 2 full years here at Hope's Peak Academy. And that entire period of time is precisely what you've forgotten.
I don't remember the last 2 years of my life? That's not possible!
It does seem unlikely. Isn't that guy like 20? Surely that guy would have noticed. Oh, weird, I'm growing way more facial hair than I used to. Nothing but our desire. I don't want to believe. I want it to be impossible, but if it's true, then we have to accept it. Well, shit. Alright. Group photo, the memory, Kyoko's account, photo of the headmaster, the handbook, the locker. Could be the locker.
2 years worth of memories. I could never lose something like that.
What's the difference between the pocketbook and the notebook? I think the pocketbook is,
That's impossible!
The pocketbook is...
I haven't gone to any awesome school events or anything!
You don't know that.
Heck, I've never even gone to a single class! This is all just...
Yeah, which one is it? Because he had the, in his locker, he had like a note with all his classes. Yeah, okay, it's the notebook, because the pocketbook is Kyoko's.
Plus, if 2 years have passed, how freaking old am I?
Pocketbook is Kyoko's, yeah. Hiro could be 10 years older and may still not notice. I mean... Yes and no, like, in 2 years, I've changed significantly. I, was way skinnier. I've kind of bulked up. I've been working out, eating more. 2 years ago, I was, like, still in college. My hair was different, everything, In high school, more so. Like, I went through phases. Puberty happened.
We've been living here for 2 years?
Shoulders came in. I got nice big shoulders.
No, that's impossible! I mean, I haven't gone to any awesome
I was
school events
super
or
fat in
anything.
high school.
Heck, I've never even gone to a single class!
No, it's wrong. Hiro, there's something I'd like you to take a look at.
I lost braces while I was in high school. I had surgery a few times while I was in high school. A lot of shit happens is my point.
This notebook right here.
Huh? Hey, why's my name written on it?
I found it in the locker room on the 2nd floor. If you don't mind, could you take a look inside?
Sure, whatever you want. But I've never seen this notebook before in my life.
Wuzza, is something wrong?
It's kinda similar. No, even more than that. This is absolutely my handwriting, without a doubt! But how is this? I don't remember ever writing in this thing! No! No way!
It looks like you actually did attend class here at Hope's Peak, but somehow, you forgot all about it.
Lies! It's all one big lie!
I don't want to believe it either. But there's also no explanation for this pocketbook.
And whose pocketbook is that?
It's mine. And the handwriting inside is also mine. There's no doubt about it.
Surely we could have also just asked Genocide Jill about this, right? Like, could have been like, hey, you've been an alternate personality of hers for a while because those murders happened. We have memory of those. Byakuya has memory of those. They clearly happened before the last 2 years. Surely she would have remembered 2 years at Hope's Peak, right? At some point she would have turned into Genocide Jill.
But just like Hiro, I have no memory of ever writing in it.
And the reason for that is the 2 years of missing memories?
After seeing all the evidence, do you have any choice but to acknowledge the truth?
Isn't it just so desperately dark? The mystery's solved, but it's like a goddamn funeral in here! Shit, man! I've never been to a funeral! Hell yes!
She's fucking down for anything.
2 years of school life. How many moments?
She's
of
at the
walking
funeral
into
trying to
a
start a
funeral?
wave, like, come on! Woo! Celebration of life! It's like, come on, man. Like, save it for the wake or something.
How many fun classes? How many school events? This was your chance to build lasting friendships, right? And on top of that, something tragically sad happened 1 year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
That no one will tell me anything about.
Right before everyone's eyes, the world came crashing down. You absorbed all that despair, but then you forgot it all. And once you'd forgotten, you made the choice to subject yourselves to this killing game. Oh, and there's one other thing. To be even more precise, the memories you all lost were...
Actually, never mind. I'm bored. Explaining stuff is boring.
Alright.
What?
We are bored of this world.
Queen Junko. Welcome back. I can't stay mad at you.
Everyone always talks big, declaring all the great things they'll do. But then they always fizzle out. This world is just so desperately fucking boring!
What are you talking about?
In a way, I'm jealous of all of you. To give yourself over so completely to such stimulating despair.
This is the weirdest sub-story for Amnesia: The Dark Descent that they ever made. Far and away. I think I can safely declare that.
Yeah, so figure out the rest for yourselves. I'm sick of expositioning all this shit.
Figure out what?
Figure out where your memories come apart. That's at the heart of all of this.
2 years ago, we just did that, right? Where our memories come apart. She's talking about the moment where we must have lost our memories. Well, I mean, I fainted, obviously.
I got it!
Didn't think it would be quite that easy. Whoa! It's all swirly.
To the gates of this school and stepped foot in the main hall. When I passed out, I was overcome with a strange sensation.
Wow, you still have enough spirit to keep on talking, huh? So I don't know much about the details, but it seems like everyone remembers passing out, right? And your sense of time got all messed up because of the memory loss after that? I guess it must have been something like that.
After I passed out, I woke up in a classroom with my head on a desk.
Yo, been there. Slept through a few classes myself in the day.
Time had passed since I'd collapsed in the main hall.
But instead, 2 whole years had gone by.
The reason it felt so short was because our memories of the time in between had been completely removed.
You got it, honey. 2 years of memories?
Like, imagine you're 13,
Twins, of course.
and then you wake up the next day and you're 15. You're gonna notice that! You like look down and be like, oh, where'd all this hair come from? That's just how life works, especially in high school.
When everyone met for the first time, it wasn't actually for the first time. Unaware of this fact, you took the time to introduce yourselves to each other, but
by that point, we'd already spent 2 years together at the school. That's what those photos reveal, isn't it?
Yep, that's what they reveal.
We're already best friends.
You were all such close friends. You spent 2 years together. And it was all so you could escape into a world that's already been annihilated. What a terribly tragic tale. Even if you left now, there's nothing you could do to fix it.
Okay, but that still leaves the question of why did you do this other than you were bored?
You're the one who set things up to be like this.
I love you all so much.
I don't believe you.
What?
Once your school life here began, I thought about you constantly.
That's weird.
It's only natural that I would fall in love.
That's super weird. Why are there mushrooms on your head?
So, since I love you guys so much, I'll tell you all about it. All about the idea we came up with as the ultimate despair. Our plan to bring despair to all mankind.
Ultimate despair, all mankind.
Let's go back in time 2 years, okay? Back to when everyone first came to this school. School life during that first year overflowed with hope and happiness.
That girl caused the apocalypse. This one girl caused... Alright, wow. The most awful event in human history? Fucking... Alright, well... You know what? Cruel as it is, impressive. I'll give her that.
Oh boy, it was just the worst.
Alright, well, ruin my happy memories.
Everyone was enjoying themselves so much. You were all having the time of your lives.
Sounds nice.
But that couldn't last forever, of course. The peacefulness only made it through that first year. Because after that, an event unfolded that hammered a soul-crushing despair into all of humanity.
Look, Monokuma and his puns aren't that bad, alright? All of humanity, indeed.
The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy. All too soon, the world's days of peace came to a bloody end. And as you can imagine, the school was no exception. The tragedy even made its way here, leading to the extermination of most of the students.
Grim.
What are you?
What do you mean?
The most tragic event in human history, and the ultimate despair that caused it. I can't believe it's all because of just you and Mukuro. Was it some kind of organization? An angry mob? An incredibly motivated family?
A single angry mob. Damn you, pitchfork-wielding mobbers!
You have a point. If I had to describe it, I'd say it was none of those. How can I put it? It was more of an ideological thing.
What?
Despair is contagious, you know. It's almost like a natural phenomenon.
So what, everyone just became angry and disparaging at the same time?
Everyone is capable of it.
Like, that's just live footage of Detroit, alright? You can't fool me.
And now the entire world has fallen into despair.
In other words, if you see despair as the enemy, then your enemy is the world itself.
You're so right, Queen Juko. Can't stay mad at you.
I just don't understand why.
We didn't ask you to try to understand. This was a tangent anyway, unrelated to the matter at hand.
Okay.
Yeah, well.
So, let's get back to the story.
You, on the other hand, I can stay mad at.
Hope's Peak had taken so much damage. You guys were the only survivors. The members of the 78th class of Hope's Peak Academy were the only ones left.
And then, something super neat happened!
Okay, what?
Now pay attention, because this is important, and I'm only gonna say it once! So guess what? To protect everyone who had survived, Hope's Peak was transformed into a shelter!
Okay. I'm with you so far.
That's right! It was transformed into a shelter!
Pretty sure you said that twice.
I said it twice!
Yep.
Now, someone was responsible for that transformation.
Confirmed.
For
Juko
creating
can
what
count
would
to
eventually
2.
Become your prison. Do any of you know who that might have been?
The one who turned Hope's Peak into a shelter and isolated us here. The No, I assume it was the headmaster.
I got it! Could only have been the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. He wanted to turn the school into a shelter to try and protect us. To protect us from the despair and tragedy taking place outside. That's why he asked us to make that promise. To say that we were willing to live in this school forever.
We believe he had something like that in mind, yes. If you, the collective hope of a new generation, could survive, maybe the world could have a fresh start.
The collective hope of a generation, and also Makoto's there for some reason.
Yeah, the headmaster put that much faith in you.
And because we had... That's why we all agreed to live here forever.
But creating the shelter was also his single biggest mistake.
That's a great screenshot.
It's laughable,
The
really.
black and white and
He
the
was
red.
The headmaster, but he had no
Nice.
idea.
Beautiful. Here's my daughter. Please repopulate the world with her when it's all over. I'm sure that wasn't his A choice, alright? In terms of, like, where that ranked in his plans, I'm willing to bet that didn't factor into the top 10. Just sort of, you know, worked out that way. And there were other women to repopulate with. There was Sakura and Hina and... Chihiro. Well, I mean... again, probably not his A plan with Chihiro there.
He had no idea that we, the ultimate despair...
That's where my brain went to, and then you like called me on it, and I was like, Sakura, Hina, my brain went to Chihiro, and I was like, oh, wait a minute.
So what was supposed to be a shelter to keep you safe became a cage that made it impossible for you to escape despair.
What is your heart on with despair?
I have to say, it really helped me out a lot. It saved me a ton of time.
I'm really hoping the next games
It was you yourself who
either
locked up
cut the
windows,
despair
the
chit-chat,
doors, all the exits.
cut the despair chit-chat, or at the very least, explain why they're so into this despair thing.
Under the headmaster's direction, you all went about your work like obedient little sheep.
You mean we trapped ourselves in here?
And then you forgot all about it and started bitching about how you were trapped in here.
I could see that being annoying, yes.
Once you'd finished building your little shelter, it was time for me and Mukuro to get to work. And thus began the killing game.
Me and Mukuro had come here, spending the last 2 years waiting for that moment.
So even before all of this started, you came to this school with the plan of we're gonna trap everyone, and it's titled Goodbye Despair. Well, alright, fair enough. That's not a good sign then for my particular wants. You waited 2 years, and before all of this went down, you had this plan to start a killing game amongst the students?
That moment where you all began killing each other served as
Oh, I'm sorry.
of our global despair plan.
Whole thing was planned. Why?
And the only reason you survived the tragedy was so that you could be a part of it.
What possible reason would you have for this?
So we could go around killing each other? Is that what you're saying?
Why? Why would you do that?
Makoto asking the important questions.
Because this was so much more than a simple high school deathmatch.
This was so much more than Battle Royale or the Hunger Games. It was so much more than that.
It was a method to hunt down and destroy every last remaining speck of hope in the world.
Alright, I suppose you have technically answered my question. Could you answer another one? Which is, why would you want to do that?
What are you saying?
Well, it would seem that there's a little bit left out there. Few souls unwilling to give up hope. So I thought I should show them, which is why
Well, why don't you tell me?
Good lord. What the Mastermind did show everyone the outside world. That was, I mean, you fucking filmed us and broadcast it, I imagine. Hangman's Gambit. Alright, I have no idea. Wasn't R, guys. It wasn't R. H? Getting a lot of H's. Okay. Hijack? Maybe it's hijack. I can believe it's hijack. What? Fuck. Yep, okay. J? J in here? No. No, it is not. Well, Oh, wait. Ah, alright. Boy, Jay took its sweet fucking time, didn't it?
Now I understand. You're talking about you hijacking the airwaves, aren't you?
Uh-huh. That's exactly what I'm talking about. To show the world the murders taking place at this school, which was meant to be a symbol of hope.
That was the whole point of the ultimate despair. When I said climax, that was what I was talking about.
Radical!
The world watched as you fell into despair and began to kill each other one after another. Despair is as contagious as any disease. Any hope left turns to despair.
Isn't the power of television just amazing?
Well, this plan just simply wouldn't work in today's modern civilized age where we stream everything. People would just try and monetize your killing game and then no one would watch it because of the ads.
By the way, since we started broadcasting, a whole bunch of people have tried to come and rescue you.
Are you serious? But utilizing the heavy weaponry I installed around the school grounds, I had no problem expelling them.
Oh, good. 2010, a long time ago. It's true. 2010 feels like it was a week ago and at the same time, forever ago. You expelled them? Oh, shit.
I have to thank you all. They were a relentless bunch, refusing to give up on hope and trying to force their beliefs on the world. But in the end, I was able to give them the final despair.
death.
That's usually, like, the final release.
So you just used us? To bring despair to everyone in the outside world?
Well, sure, but I also gave you a second chance at life, right? So it's like, give and take.
Give and take? You're so full of shit!
And there's a reason I chose you guys to survive when all the other students were dropping like flies.
We're cute, marketable.
I mean, we built up 2 years of memories together. You were all my treasured
Makoto, my
classmates.
delicate ears. Makoto saying shit. Impossible. He doesn't know the meaning of the word.
Sorry, that's a lie. I just
He's just
figured
saying
you'd
it to look
despair
cool.
even more when you found out a friend had betrayed you.
And that's the truth, which is what you wanted, right? So, does it make you feel utterly lost and hopeless?
He sees how cool Attitude Era Junko is, and he's like, I gotta start talking like her if I'm gonna keep the street cred up.
You solved the mystery, but despair at the truth, right?
Don't tell me. Did you seriously count on the possibility that we would solve your mystery?
And if we did, then what? Our final desire for creating this world of despair was so we could experience one last class trial.
Class trial.
If you were bold
I love
enough
it.
to solve the mystery, only to discover that the truth was utterly hopeless, how would you react? What would you do?
See? Discovering the truth doesn't necessarily lead to a sense of hope.
I mean, that was Kyoko's whole mantra, so.
Truth can be full of despair, too. Like right fucking now.
Truth, full of despair.
Not
That's.
to mention, all those motives I talked about were totally meaningless.
Yeah.
I mean, with the world having ended and all.
Meaningless? Then we've been murdering each other? For nothing?
And think about it. You chose to lock yourselves up here, then started murdering each other to get out.
Well, I mean, we're the people that didn't murder each other, so.
We weren't just random strangers either. We were classmates.
Preaching to the wrong
We'd
group of
spent
people
2
there.
years together.
No, even I can't laugh at that.
Oh my god. You've broken genocide, Jill.
Get it.
Unforgivable.
Get it, okay? You're totally awesome, right? We get it already! So help us! I'll do anything! Just help me!
Hero.
Begging for his
Oh,
life.
I take it all back. You know
How
what?
delightful. We've never witnessed such a
I
travesty
do
firsthand.
forgive Queen Junko. All the other Junkos, Queen Junko, you're alright in my book. Ultimate serial killer didn't kill anyone. No, she killed people, just not in this game.
But I'm sorry to say,
She straight up murdered
begging
people.
doesn't work on me.
Absolutely did. Just not in this game.
All I want is despair, and there's no reason for it. And since there's no reason, there's no argument against it. There's just no understanding it. No argument, no understanding. What better definition of ultimate despair could there be?
Wait, hold on. You've just been going on about whatever you feel like, but there's no real reason for us to believe anything you have to say.
Well, I mean, Jack kind of backed her up on that one. Oh, damn. It's actually, we haven't seen Junko looking like an ordinary classmate for a while.
Huh?
You say the world's fallen apart, but I haven't seen it for myself, so I don't acknowledge it. I don't accept it as the truth.
Until you see it with your own eyes. Truth and falsehood overlap one another. In other words, you're not...
Yeah, I was about to say
Schrodinger's
Schrodinger's outside.
Is that what you're saying? If so, what then?
Are you saying you won't accept the truth until you can go outside and see for yourself? Well, you better not. You go out into that world and you're all goners for sure. Trust me, I'm not lying about any of this.
Well,
Does that look
even
like
if
the
it's
face
all
of a
true,
liar?
I refuse to give in. I refuse to lose to you. For the sake of everyone you've killed.
Huh? Everyone I've killed? What are you talking about? You're the ones who killed them.
You absolutely killed Mukuro. Don't.
I didn't kill anyone.
Oh, you killed
I just
Mukuro!
gave you a little nudge in the right direction.
Don't fucking act like you didn't!
And that's all it took for you to start killing each other. You're nothing but bloodthirsty animals.
That's why anyone was murdered here, peasant.
Also, again, we're the group that hasn't killed anyone,
Say
so.
what you want about hope, but we're all creatures of instinct,
It was
right?
Monokuma.
Despair comes
You're right,
naturally.
you're right. Monokuma, of course. But Monokuma's a robot, right? So we really should look into who is piloting the robot. Let me check my notes here. Oh yeah, it was Junko!
Oh, yes! That's funny as shit!
No! This isn't just some game to us. It's murder! Plain and simple. You stole our memories. Invented reasons for us to do it. You pushed us all into a corner. It's all your fault!
Saying it was Monokuma and not Junko that killed her would be like if I stabbed somebody and I was like, what? It was my knife that killed them, not me.
You certainly have a talent for passing the buck, don't you? That must be your hope, huh?
Blame Jim Bowie. That's the name on the knife. It wasn't me. We all saw it. The knife killed them. I was just holding the knife when it happened.
But we don't have much time left to keep up this banter.
Knife Blacken, please vote. All right, you know, I'll vote for that. I'll vote for that knife. Either we're all right and the knife gets tortured and I live, or no, that's not how it works and I live. Either way.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about the vote, of course. You didn't forget about that little rule, did you?
The vote?
Oh, and also, since this will be the last vote, I decided to change the rules.
What are we voting on?
What?
You guys so full of hope, and me so full of despair.
If it's on who killed Mukuro, we know that.
I've decided to have you vote which one will be punished.
Oh. You. Easy.
If even one of you votes to punish Hope, well then,
It was Monokuma.
I'll consider that a win for me and punish everyone on the side of Hope.
Well, that doesn't seem fair. If we vote for Hope, then you win and you just punish us?
If it's just one person?
Oh, but don't worry. I won't be voting, of course.
Or if any of you votes for Despair.
Even if you don't, you've still got the upper hand in all this.
It's okay. Nobody would actually vote to kill themselves, right?
I mean, yeah.
Oh, let me just mention one more thing. When I win to punish you guys, you'll have to stay here till you grow old and die. No fighting, no killing. That's your punishment.
I'm not sure I understand the rules of this right. So we have to vote between Hope and Despair. But if any of us vote for Hope, she wins and punishes us? Or if any of us vote for Despair, she punishes everyone who voted for Hope. What?
I mean, we'd
have to just live here?
She's saying she'll let us live.
If you're not happy with that, then go ahead and punish me.
Oh, okay.
And make your way to the outside world.
Yeah, fuck it, why not?
Enter a world fallen from grace, where only despair exists, where you'd likely be dead within a day.
Punish Junko or punish Hope. Got it, okay.
What are you saying? So no matter what, we're doomed.
Wait a sec. I just got hit with an inspiration bomb.
I mean, if no matter what you're doomed, might as well screw Junko over.
Dying of old age is boring as shit, right? The audience at home isn't gonna dig that at all.
It's true.
So, here's what'll happen. One of you will get to experience an instant, super impressive punishment.
What?
Or simp, for short.
Do you mean to say you'll execute one of us?
And I get to decide who's gonna have to suck it down.
Confirmed, she's just gonna have us deep throat her.
Makoto, you're up.
Yeah, okay, well, I know where my vote's being cast. That was easy.
Yeah, you've been acting up, causing all kinds of trouble. I hate you!
So let me make this clear. Everyone has two choices in front of them. If a single person votes for Hope to be punished, then only Makoto will receive a harsh punishment, and the rest of you will live here in peace.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
I will force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world.
I don't believe you, though.
What I'm saying is, if you sacrifice Makoto, the rest of you will get to live out your lives.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. And it's not just because I'm Makoto. But that's...
What? Has your resolve softened? Have you lost confidence? Are you afraid of being punished? Don't you have faith in your friends?
No, that's not it.
It's okay. You're right to be afraid. It would seem all of those around you have realized the futility of going against me.
Go down swinging. Just vote for her. Why not? Oh, come on, Genocide Jill, don't be like that. The rest of you, you're not gonna vote for me.
Guys?
Jill?
It's so beautiful. Your lovely faces, eroded by despair, have come together as one.
Besides, Yoko, you could never betray your father, could you?
The father she hates and doesn't want in her life? That's your gamble?
What?
That's your ace in the hole?
I mean, the headmaster's only wish was that all of you would survive, right? That's why he tried to trap you all here after all. The least you can do is try to honor your dead father's wishes.
I do like that she's trying to do the Monokuma voice. That's a nice touch.
Kyoko, one person's despair is enough to seal your fate.
Where does she put that bear when she's not holding it?
Ever? So, who do you think's gonna give in? Whose despair is gonna sign your death warrant?
I think Jill's just gonna do it because she's bored.
No one. Nobody's gonna give in to despair. We're not gonna lose to you.
And there she is looking normal again, sort of. That's...
So boring. Stubborn till the very end, huh? Well, that's fine. Then let's just hurry up and get it over with. It's time for the final vote. Everything will come to an end. Your stupid hope.
You know, I feel like that's a little biased there, Junko. Which reminds me, go and vote.
And your stupid life.
If you can. The final vote. Or haven't already. This is it, the ultimate confrontation. I have to show everyone. I have to make them remember. I have to convince them not to give up. To live in despair. That's not really living at all. Make your argument. Gladly. Alright. Well, there's a lot going on here. A lot of bullets. I got 12 minutes, good lord. Oh, so many fucking things. Alright.
We'll never give up.
Should I, like, steal the hope bullet?
That would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
Yeah.
By the way, the air outside is totally polluted, you know.
Uh-huh. So you claim.
The only reason we're okay in here is thanks to the air purifiers in the physics lab.
Remember Sakura, man. Come on.
If I die, the purifiers will screech to a halt.
Group photo? I don't know.
As soon as I die, the communal life.
Use a time machine in the physics lab. That's like 12 seconds, though, isn't it? She doesn't care.
All of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world outside.
Why is it just
where only
ellipses?
Death and despair are waiting.
You're gonna let her win, really? You?
So, what are you gonna do? Will you just die? Is that what you want?
What do I do here? No hope left in the world when you sleep on a bed of despair. The only thing I can think of... Oh, I'm losing. If despair is contagious like you say, and so is hope. I'll use my own hope to plant the seeds of hope inside of everyone. All I can think of is, like, I steal the hope and shoot people's ellipses with it.
If I were to die...
Put your seed into your friends! Can we phrase that differently, please? Hope! Oh shit, that's what I'm doing. Awesome. Hero!
Fortune-telling senses are telling me not to leave this place.
All 30% of accuracy that you have on a good day?
But to live means moving forward, right? So even if it's hard, even if we're scared, we don't have any choice, do we?
This is a cool ending, I will say
I
that.
want to keep on living.
Gotta take the hope bullet and hit everyone's despair with it.
There must be something new waiting for me. So that's why. That's why. No matter what, I need to get out of here.
We got the funk ska going.
The whole fortune-telling thing doesn't matter anymore.
Hyping up our
What
friends.
matters is my own gut feelings.
We won't give up.
Mildly being turned on by Princess Juko or Queen Juko.
Never give up.
I didn't say that out loud, what?
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's...
Slap him around with your hope and some more, Makoto.
I decided to have faith in myself.
Oh, good on you.
By the way, the air outside is totally polluted, you know.
The only reason
If it were polluted, then there wouldn't be people trying to bust us out with your fucking crazy-ass weapons and heavy ordnance you were talking about.
Don't lose hope now.
Like, we know there's people out there. Obviously, the air's alright.
I've been thinking about all this, and I was thinking, at a time like this, what would Sakura do?
Work out, probably.
You only get stronger by taking adversity by the horns. Confront that thorny path with enthusiasm. That sounds like something she'd say, right?
Sakura. I know, I miss her.
No. I think that's definitely what she'd say.
Just one more. She was the last one to die. Could have held on a little bit longer, Sakura.
I've made up my mind.
We won't give up as long as
Skip through this and enjoy some Chipmunky.
By the way, the only reason is thanks to the say whatever you want. If I die, the purifiers was, in other words, as to the communal life you've all been living.
Oh shit, I didn't steal hope. Ah, fuck me.
Shoot.
Sorry, Jack. Ignore I said whatever I said to you. Forgot to grab Hopi. Yeah, I did. Hey, Jack, remember that group photo?
We'll never give up.
That sweet group photo? Oh, we get to hear it again, at least.
By the way, the only reason is thanks to the say whatever you want. If I die, the purifier, in other words, assume the communal life you've all been living.
So good, I love it.
Don't lose hope
The
now.
fucking noise.
I don't care either way. I'm fine with whichever one is more interesting.
Well, staying here and dying of old age or going out into a ravaged world.
Actually, I may not look like it. I always hated school.
Not surprising.
Hell, no matter how I look, still hate it. Oh, but no matter what,
I was gonna say,
to come along with us.
as long as we convince Byakuya, she's in.
We won't give up.
I kind of wish she would just, like, have
As there's hope,
Hope saved as, like, the bullet.
If I were to die, that would be the end. By the way, the only reason is thanks to the say whatever you want. If I die, in other words, the communal life you've all. I can keep on living. As long all of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world outside. We're only.
Byakuya, suck on this Hope bullet.
Don't lose hope now.
Turns out it's just a real gun. Oh, shit.
What's the matter? You're not actually trying to encourage me, are you? Ridiculous. It never even crossed my mind that I might give in to despair. But don't misunderstand me. I couldn't care in the slightest what happens to you. I just have to keep my word. I swore I would end the life of the Mastermind.
I promise you, if I were to go onto AO3 right now and look up some ships from this game, you and Makoto would be like top 3.
Besides, the Togami
I don't
isn't dead.
I don't actually know what the top 3 would be, but you know, I imagine Byakuya and Makoto are gotta be up there, right?
So until I can
For this game. Maybe the sequels have more OTPs, I don't know.
We won't give up.
We got one left.
As long as there's
Watch out, Makoto has a gun! He's got a gun, get down! It's full of hope!
That would be the end. By the way, the only reason is thanks to the say whatever you want. If I die, in other words, the communal life you've all. I can keep on living. All of you will have to go into the world outside.
I already said I would claim the mess.
So, what are you gonna do? You just die.
Don't lose hope now.
Alright. I've shot you all.
I know my father, so I can't pretend to know what he was thinking.
Now vote against her.
But even if we're just connected by blood, there's one thing I am sure of. He would never want us to abandon Makoto and choose to stay here. I can't explain why exactly. But if I'm sure of anything, just because we don't actually know anything, does that mean we can't understand? Could it be that... No, never mind. So, Makoto, I don't think you wound up at this school because you had good luck or bad luck.
I think it was really bad luck, actually.
I think you came here for a different reason entirely. You came here to bring down the ultimate despair.
No, it was luck.
You came here to confront despair without ever giving up. And if that's true, I think we could call you the ultimate hope. What do
They
you
are, in fact, number 3. Hey, look at that! I called it! On AoE 3, Makoto and Byakuya are, in fact, number 3. Top 3. Called it. Now then, about this kid being the ultimate hope. Fuck no! Have you met Makoto? I'm not trusting my hope to that guy. I trusted to Byakuya first.
What the?
Trusted to Junko first.
What the hell are you?
Makoto's a fucking scrub. He's a spaz nut. He's a doof. Alright, sure, the ultimate hope.
So uncool.
Let's do this.
Your stupid faces, the stupid things you've said, the stupid way you all treat each other. It's all so uncool.
Time to smash
So
Junko.
hip.
We're gonna... with the ultimate hope bullet. Yes, of course, that's what you meant.
Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up.
That's what I thought you meant.
Lame, 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 lame.
I'm not any kind of elite anything. Hope isn't a talent you develop, but still. But I still... Got one last time bullet game? Hell yeah. Oh no, we're just shooting her. Oh no, we got it.
You suck. What do you want? So uncool. You dare to stand against us? Hope is a joke. Who are you?
Your idiocy ends here.
You're gross.
Having to focus a lot on this.
I just love despair. You suck. What do you want? So uncool. You're unbearable.
Oh god, more puns.
Hope is a joke. Who are you?
Would you like to die?
You're gross. Suffer from despair. Everything is pointless.
Got her. Okay. Phew.
Despair into tomorrow.
No.
Despair.
Hope keeps on going.
Shut up, you. Again, just once. Real gun. Bang.
I refuse to get bored.
Everyone's like, you had that the whole time?
I refuse to despair because all I have going for me is the desire to keep moving forward.
What's going on? What's happening?
Sounds like we won. Makoto's the ultimate gun. Yeah, alright. Alright. Can't wait to see what the next trial's all about. Wonder who will die. Oh yeah, those will come in handy.
It looks like we've reached the end. I think it may be time to vote.
We just gotta pull the lever, right?
Good. I'm ready to go.
Let's put an end to these trials. Put an end to the killing with our own hands.
Alright, who is found guilty? It's Junko! I wonder what fun, cruelly ironic death she'll be subjected to.
The hell?
Indeed.
I lost?
Sure did.
Well, that's just...
It can't be! You still don't accept it? Even the ultimate despair self is vulnerable to onslaught of despair, it would seem. There's no use trying to fight it now.
That's just... totally the best!
And now she's horny. And as I said that, no joke, my mother texted me. So, great. Thanks, Mom. That moment will forever be tainted. Huh?
So this is despair.
We came to the school 2 years ago and created our incredibly detailed plan. I even killed my own sister for it. Get more presents from Monokuma Machine before you leave. Sure, why not? Come this far and to fail at the very end. Memories of my fun times at this school. What are you talking about? Don't you see, I was so hopelessly desperate. I was bored of the world the moment I was born. That's why I've been looking forward to this so desperately, this once-in-a-lifetime experience. It's my first and last colossal despair, here at the moment of death. To have a chance to taste the highest grade despair, the utter failure of my dreams. I am so hopelessly happy right now. She's enjoying this. So, are you prepared to admit defeat? Think I care whether I won or lost? Either way, it doesn't change a thing. Outside's only despair, inside's only despair. No matter where you go, despair awaits you. That's not true.
Not possible.
You're wrong.
Don't make me repeat.
Let me tell you this right now. We no longer fear despair. We've decided to enter the outside world with hope. Makoto totally seduced us over to his side. Could you phrase that differently? I agree. Everyone.
Hey,
You said that despair is contagious as any disease. The same is true of hope. All you have to do is look at us and see how true that is. Kyoko!
No.
Stop it! I hate those faces you're making. See, those awful looks cause me nothing but pain.
There's one last thing.
Fine, let me just say one last thing. If you guys still want to get all hung up on hope, there's no skin off my nose, but just be warned from this point on, despair after another will stand in your way. No matter where you run, no matter where you hide. Maybe you'll find some hope, but there's just a very fine line dividing hope from bitter despair. Maybe one of you will get fat and appear in the sequel. Knowing that, you still plan to cling to your hope? Of course, because we... Shut up! That was a rhetorical question, you interrupted my monologue! I'm almost done though, so whatever. Because it's almost punishment time, right? Do you really intend to go through with this? That was the agreement, right? Hold on. It's not like I want you to die. You don't have to.
Stop it!
What?
How many times do I have to tell you?
The act of living brings me no hope at all. All I want now is to taste the despair of death that you only get once in a life, so...
Get in my way!
Well, I'm not gonna argue with her. That is a crazed look in her eye.
So this is how the despair of death feels. It's so wonderful.
Yo, I'm gonna get banned on Twitch because I'm showing suicide right now.
Even a tenth of this despair, even 100th. I want every last soul on this planet to taste such despair.
You're fucking weird.
I want the entire world to die with that despair in its mouth.
Why doesn't your thumb have one of those fake nails that the rest of your fingers do? Riddle me that, Junko.
Okay, let's do this. I've reserved an extra special punishment for last. Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Not coming back from that one. Sorry, my mom is continuing to text me because she wants to know the Spotify login. And I mean, mom's got to have her tunes, right? Hey! 79279 following. Thank you very much. You're a shrewd negotiator. There you are. Thank you for the follow. The final class trial. Junko Inoshima, The Ultimate Despair. Life at Hope's Peak Academy. It was all over. Ultimate, all of that. Suffering, despair, execution, pain, death. I received the Monokuma hair tie. How much of this game is left that you feel the need to make me save? But even after saying it was all over, it's not like the building exploded or collapsed on anything. Collapsed on itself or anything. That wasn't the kind of ending waiting for us. Nothing changed. Well, with one exception. The air purifiers turned off. Alright, thanks. Just like Junko said. They shut off immediately. That was the only difference.
Danganronpa.
Sorry, Mom's now confused about Spotify again. We left the courtroom and made our way to the main hall. This is a nice artistic shot. Sort of. Heroes here too for some reason. Stood in front of the door, nobody made a sound. I felt almost absent-minded. This is our epilogue before the final ending. We stuck in limbo, unmoving, unsure. But, in the end...
Hey.
We can't just stand around like this forever. At some point we need to leave. Yeah, they turned off the damn purifiers. Nobody's surprised it was Kyoko who broke the silence.
Makoto.
Would you do the honors? Okay. As if awakened by Kyoko's words, I took out the object we'd gotten. Up until that moment of her death, it had belonged to Junko. And in the end, she dropped it before us.
So,
But is that really it? Is that really the key to the door?
Indeed.
You don't have to read into what she said too much to find the answer.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished,
Then you must all leave this place.
I will force you out, ensuring you all die.
In other words,
I'll force you out. She said that just before dropping that. Makes sense that it would be our way out of here.
But
you never know, maybe it's a switch that's gonna make the school self-destruct. I mean, Junko never specifically said that she'd let us leave here alive.
it's true.
Maybe you're right about that. Maybe.
Yes.
But even so, it's impossible to think we wouldn't take our chances with it. Yeah, I guess that's true. There's nothing to worry about. If something ever happened to Master, I'd take my sister and Gem so far up. Hey, where's the courtroom? Where's the mastermind? It's all over, we're just about to leave the school. Boy! Someone's gonna have to fill that poor girl in. That means Master and me can get married? And then he'll give me a little jewel of a baby?
That's enough.
No.
Anyway,
He's gonna get fat and appear in the sequel. And as far as I know, you're nowhere to be seen in the sequels, except the shooter one that nobody likes.
But
If it's what happens after we get out of here, I'm worried about. But you know, in the end, I think part of me still thinks
Serious?
maybe when we get out of here, everything she said about the world is a lie. On the other side of the door, the world is peaceful as we remember. I mean, we can hope. A lie, peaceful as we remember. Well, no matter what it looks like, it's still our world. It's where we're meant to live. Yeah, I guess so. And how do I put this? Unlike this school, the world is really big. And since it's so big, I'm sure there must be some despair no matter what. But that also means there's lots of hope, right?
in other words,
The act of searching for hope to try and find it, that by itself is the true meaning of hope. As long as you have that hope, you can keep moving forward no matter what trouble you may fall
am I
into.
wrong?
Is that what you mean, Makoto? Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. I don't need any of you to spell that out for me. You know, Junko mentioned that there were still others out there who hadn't cast away hope just yet. Maybe I should find them and make them work for me. Why would they work for you? You are a teenager. To rebuild the world, we must first rebuild the Togami dynasty. I don't know if that's true. Well, you got one, alright, so fair enough.
you got it.
Well, my first stop's gonna be the closest donut shop. I can figure out the rest from there. Priorities. I can respect that. And what are you gonna do if there are no more donuts shops or donuts? I'll get some flour and make them. And if there's no flour, I'll grow some wheat. I get it now. There's no road, you gotta build one. Wow, it's a really good quote from you. Creation. Fate is telling me to remake the world. That's my hope.
how about that?
I've reached the next stage. Next chapter of Yasuhiro Hagakure's life story is about to begin. Thanks, Ina. You totally opened my eyes. Personal space, buddy. You're seriously creeping me out.
Makoto.
Pretty sure this is sexual assault of some kind. Come on, Makoto. Even if everyone in the outside world is gone, even if the world is steeped in despair, as long as I have people like you around, I can face forward and keep moving. Because, I mean, I can look at you and be like, well, not as bad as that guy. Then just push forward. If I can get out of here and do something, have some sort of impact. You know that meme where the guy is like, oh, I wish I was someone else. Like that guy, he looks so cool. But I bet he wishes he was someone else. And he's like, damn, I'm awesome. I'm so glad I'm not that loser over there. That's Byakuya and Makoto. Makoto's just like, I wish I was someone else. Bakio's like, you know, God, I love being me and not that loser. We can probably do anything. Yeah, we can do anything.
Well, I guess this is goodbye.
What?
And goodbye to Sakura.
It is goodbye to Sakura. We're not leaving each other. After the fucking shit we've been through, we're sticking together for a little bit, right?
If we gotta say goodbye, we may as well do it with a smile on our face.
Hey guys! You guys want your fortunes told anywhere, anytime. You just let me know. I'll be there.
Great.
You know how much I hate being annoyed, but if something does come up, you may as well let me know. I can't guarantee I'll actually bother listening, but...
That's
you know.
the nicest thing he's ever said.
I don't know why, but I have a burning desire to start writing.
Because it's what you're good at?
I might be able to pull it off. A story about Master and me. And the others, I guess.
I can't say I'm sorry.
Kind of
about
need
what
that
happened,
supporting
but
cast.
still, it does feel kind of strange.
I really don't know what to say.
Aren't you like a #1 best-selling author? What'd you go to school for anyway? Your career is already pretty much set.
I guess we graduated?
Boom! No sequel for them. No, obviously, they survive because Byakuyo's in the sequel. Since I have hope, I can show courage. Since I have hope, I can move ahead. The world can move ahead. Unless he had a twin, too! Probably not. The door began to open. That would be something he probably would have mentioned. With my hands, with our hands. Hope and despair, mingled, together, opening the door to the future. Kaboom! They all died. Look at that! Smiling flowers are outside. The world's fine. Kick-ass end track. That's great. There's the Pogs. God damn it. Well, Nathan's not here, so that's nice. He didn't want spoilers for this game, so he didn't watch the stream. Alright, so... sequels. The Mukuro Ikasaba quote on the screen. Is it actually going to be on screen? Or did I just miss it? Passed it already. Was it really there? I was too busy jamming out and look at those damn pogs. Fucking, Can we get the photo of the dude with the knife? Like, nah. Scene of Kyoko whispering in Makoto's ear. Yeah. It's a lot of the stills. Come on, get Knife Guy. That's the one that I love, because they showed that like 800 million times. I remember that. Fun times, Mondo and Taka. I'm looking forward to the sequels in that I'm hoping they learned to keep some of the fun, interesting characters alive, instead of having things like, you know, Hero kicking around. Because, I mean, he got a laugh or two, but ultimately, it's just like, really didn't think that guy was gonna make it. He seemed way more forgettable than, like, Celeste. Yeah, Celeste is a great example game. Chihiro, Sakura. Her death had meaning, so not quite. Good old Chapter 2, simpler times. Yeah. But no, as far as the sequels go, I'm not gonna start 2 right away, because right now I'm just kind of killing time until my Xbox comes in, and then I'm gonna start playing Watch Dogs Legion, and, like, working on indie games to get that hot gamer score. Probably stream that on Sundays for the hell of it. To kill time in between, I'm probably gonna play... I'm leaning towards Disco... Fuck you, Nathan! Fuck you! I'm probably gonna play Disco Elysium in between now and when my Xbox shows up. I have played Disco Elysium before, but I want to do a second playthrough as, like, a different cop than I was the first time. So, like, I'm gonna be a musclehead idiot cop in Disco Elysium stream. Which, I'm looking forward to that. That's an excellent game. I would love to dive into that and see how it's different playing as a muscle-headed idiot. I know you messaged him, by the way.
I did not.
You at them. I am suspect. Nathan, how the hell did you know to come in here and pog at me? She didn't. Oh, yeah, I don't believe either of you. You're in on this somehow. You were watching Muted and checked in frequently. Is that what's happening here? I forgot about the hot tub scene where fucking Toko is flying through the air again. Oh, the Mondo butter. Great, thanks. Remind me of that. There's Toko flying through the air again as a, you know, explosion happened. Given all that happened, it's amazing Toko lived. Had the stream minimized and happened to look over and saw the credits rolling. Uh-huh, right, of course. Absolute bastard. I don't think I've had one game where you people haven't pogged at me that I beat. Technically LA Noire when I got all the achievements, although I didn't beat the game, really. Ha! Bravo, Spike. Chungsoft. Good work. So yeah, I'll probably play to, we got another scene here? Ah, shit, we do. I'll probably start 2 at, like, December or January. I'm also moving in early December, so, like, there's a lot on my plate. I'll get to 2 when I get to 2. But no, this game's actually, like, gotten me a fair amount of followers and notoriety, for lack of a better word, on, Twitch. So, you know, I think I owe it to look into 2 and 3 as well.
Interesting. Things are getting very interesting indeed.
Son of a bitch.
Like I said at the beginning, I'm not a teddy bear. I am Monokuma. And I am this school's headmaster.
You don't mean you're Kyoko's dad, right? Because that raises a lot of questions. Well, I mean... An Easter egg present. Maybe we'll answer those questions in the second game. Who knows? Yep, I guess we'll save. All's well that ends... yeah. No kidding. Steam achievements. Alright, well. That was Danganronpa. Thank you, everyone who tuned in and watched. Like I said, I'll probably pick up Danganronpa 2 beginning of the new year, end of this year. I have to move. I got the Xbox coming. I got other games I want to play. But this is good fun. Why are people tuning in now? I've got like 7 viewers and it's the end of the damn stream. God damn it. I had like 4 and 5 this whole time and now I'm at 7 and it's like, fuck. Alright, well, whatever. Can't be helped, but hey. Feel free to follow for more great content. It'll also all be on YouTube if you're interested in that. Thank you everyone who tuned in for watching. Twitch.tv/ShokunLad. Become a shrewd negotiator today.